how demons work. That's what they chill on the crossroads.
Alright.
Rule number 2, never walk on a crossroads. You die instantly.
The only other way to go is the long way.
So, it's just busy. A lot of people. Some people putting up like the Monday group told me the name, but I've forgotten.
Hunting.
That's the one. Some people putting that up across the street. Nothing really out of the ordinary, nothing unusual, just busy streets of people in a festival, really.
Can we, is there anybody interesting looking?
Give me an investigation check, see if you notice anyone interesting. So
I don't know how to.
on your sheet, remember I told you about all the skills down the side?
Investigation.
There you go.
I have nothing. I have 1 investigation.
Click on the word investigation. There you go. Oh, let me turn auto advantage off. Hang on, give me 2 seconds. Auto advantage.
Maybe because she's brand new, you should leave it on.
It'll ask her, and then we can just. I'd rather explain as we went rather than, yeah. So 11. No, not really. Nobody out of the ordinary. Some.
Our party is the most interesting people here.
Yeah,
thank
this is
you.
true. Yeah. So I should rephrase that to say, other than yourselves, there's nobody out of the ordinary here.
Well, I'm going to the tavern.
All right.
Well,
I'm gonna find someone on the street. And go, hey, what's the nearest tavern?
It's
Lord.
over in the corner there, but he just looks at it. His watch. He'll be shut now.
Why would
shame, old man. What a shame, old man. That you can't drink yourself to death again.
I'll keep heading down towards where the guards pointed us to go.
Okay. As you get down there, I forgot to make him, didn't I? I supposed to make him last time and I forgot, so I'm just gonna have to use a random fucking thing again. Note to self: make the fucking person. Oh, he'll do.
Make a what? Sorry, I was...
It's more for me. Don't worry.
Okay. Igor!
What are you doing, Igor?
He just kind of comes up to you, looks at his notes, and then just goes, "Yeah, I think you seem to match the description. The cleric wants to see all of you. She says you have talents or abilities or something." She was mumbling about. I didn't catch it all. I was trying to write it all down. She needs help with something, and apparently you're the ones to do it.
Us?
I know cleric.
Are you sure about that?
Well, we do have quite varying skills between us, so I
Yeah,
suppose one of us will have what they're looking for.
But I know cleric. None of us cleric. Why cleric want us if we're not clerics?
That's actually a very good point.
I suppose she wants us to do something a cleric can't do, perhaps.
Maybe.
Does she need a bear? Or a lizard?
Well,
Or a lizard bear?
We will find out.
Like we're just discussing it amongst ourselves as if
Yeah,
we
we're just
have a
saying this in
choice.
front of him, but not paying him any mind.
Well, I can say apparently people have noticed you and your skills, and apparently from your locations they have said that you are some of the finest in your particular fields of skill.
I just got here.
Yeah, we just got here.
Who are these people?
What?
How do we
people?
make sure they don't talk to us again?
Was it my father? He has a tendency to tell people I have great skills. Brilliant.
Igor just kind of looks a little frustrated and goes, I don't know what people. I'm just the messenger, okay?
Does that mean we can shoot the messenger?
You can try.
We're not shooting
I
the messenger,
believe
old
so.
man.
I'm
Not in town.
I said that in here.
Hasselhoff.
Right.
No witnesses. No witnesses. I say that very loud, by the way.
Igor will just turn and go, you can try, but I certainly won't go down without a fight.
Why don't
And as you
guys?
as you see him say that, he pulls out a flute from his back and just kind of flicks it forward, and a sharp blade pops out the end of the flute. And he says, so,
Whoa.
I'm quite equipped if you'd like to, but let's not, shall we?
They do not speak on behalf of me. I would just like to make that clear.
Same here. I'd like to see what he has to say.
Good, that's,
I was honestly just trying to make a joke because they always say don't shoot the messenger. Well, you guys take things really serious.
well, the way you all backed each other up, I have to watch my back dealing with, all sorts of people, so...
That is fair.
Don't worry, we could never kill someone with such voluptuous hair.
I have no problem.
It's just because you don't have hair, okay? You don't need to be jealous.
What is jealousy?
I believe you are the only one here with hair.
I'm aware.
I have hair.
You
Word
have a
has
beard,
But
hair
not
on
on
his
your
head.
head.
You have upside down hair.
I have upside down hair. Yes.
Igor will say, if that is all, I will take my leave and leave you to decide on what to do. But
Well,
Lola's
why don't
temple
you,
is in that direction.
Hang on. Instead of just taking your leave, why don't you just do what the messenger does and take us to where we need to go?
That's not part of a
That'd be-
messenger's job. A messenger's job is to deliver the message, not deliver the people to the person who wanted the message delivered.
But we could end up going to the wrong place.
Are
He
you
po-
really
he
that
did point
dumb?
us in the right direction. He did point us in the right
What
direction.
if
Hasselhoff.
Well,
What
if
if
it's a
people are
cleric, I
messaging
presume
you?
we're looking for a temple.
Say again, sorry. You and Nox and Hawkins both talked over each other at the same time there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't catch either of you said.
But what if the people are the message? Then what does messenger do?
Well, then he would take them back, but in this case, you're not.
True.
Now, I mean, I don't mean to be offensive, but if you're too dumb to follow that road to the left and keep going until you reach a temple, then I think she's picked the wrong people.
He does have a point.
I hate this man.
Well, let's get going then.
I'm with her.
Okay.
That got way more complicated than I thought it would. Ah.
Just poor Igor. off, why are you in the river? This is no time for a bath.
The bitch is too fat to get on the road.
The square. I would have said he was on the bridge. This because of the squares. It kind of put him in the river, but he was on the bridge. Well, unless he says otherwise, then he can be in the river.
Wait. Who was carrying Hasselhoff? Because I was supposed to carry Hasselhoff, one of us. Which one of us was it?
I volunteer as tribute, even though I have one arm.
I'm quite strong. What's my strength?
You're more likely to fall off me, that's all I'm saying. So...
3, if I remember rightly.
I could just walk.
He
How about I
can
just walk?
waddle. He can waddle.
I'm old.
No,
Not
you don't have strength. I
immobile.
forgot. I keep seeing you as an orc. I keep thinking you're a barbarian, but you're not.
I'm not. True. I don't go in guns blazing.
Like when I opened your sheet up earlier, I was like, did I not talk you through leveling up? Because your hit points are really low for a barbarian. The fuck? And then I looked at the top. I was like, wait, no, never mind. You're not a barbarian.
Not all orcs are.
Right. As you arrive, there is a boy stood outside, middle to late teens. Looks at you all and goes, "You can't come in. She's busy."
We were
She's
sent
a
by
fucker.
a messenger with nice hair.
Voluptuous hair, beautiful hair. He was gorgeous.
I mean, he was a bard. What do you expect?
I'm a bard. I thought he was beautiful. Listen, bards gotta stick together, man.
Well, excuse me, sir. You say we cannot go in, but if she just sent for us, so wouldn't us not going in, then be ignoring her summons? So you should probably let us through, so that you don't get in trouble for us trying to listen to her, which
What?
she agreed to.
What he's trying to say is, can we please come in?
He just looked at you blankly because that was way too many words too quickly for him to comprehend.
I am literally trying. I'm literally trying just to roll stuff, and I'm the kind of person that instead of just saying I want to roll persuasion, I want to actually say what I roll.
Mm-hmm. So he looks at you and goes, "So, you were sent by her?"
We
You
were
got
sent
it?
by someone.
I mean,
We
she.
were sent. Fuck.
We got a message. Messenger from a messenger. The messenger said that she needed to see us right away, and so you need to let us in.
I'm sure. Go ahead and roll persuasion. See if he's buying this because he knows that people are on their way.
Oh,
Uh,
got a 14.
Oh.
He looks and he'll say, "Oh, I mean, she told me she was expecting someone. Wait here. I'll see if you're the people she's expecting."
I like how a little picture in the corner is bread, then my picture on screen is... I forgot about the bread.
It takes about maybe a minute, and then he comes back and goes, "Yeah, she said, you sound like the people she sent for." I gave brief descriptions. Probably should have asked your name, but doesn't matter now.
Names aren't important.
And he kind of just...
Names, not important. They don't matter.
Sometimes they matter. He motions for you
Okay,
all
what's
to
your
enter.
name?
Huh? Sorry.
What's your name?
Well, my name's not important, as your friend said.
But you just said name do matter sometimes. But I want to know.
He's an NPC. His name doesn't matter. Let's go in.
Goodbye,
Thank
Bob
you, Smith,
Bobbington.
again.
Oh, all right.
character is meant to be loud now. What did you just?
Now, did we establish that the top was the window? Yes, we did, didn't
Yes,
we?
no, the top is. Oh yeah, yes, the bottom. The bottom, that's where you're going. Yeah.
We had a long discussion
God.
with the other group with this.
We couldn't figure out which was the door and which was the window.
So this right here in front of me is not a door.
It is.
It is the
They
door.
both look like windows
They do.
and doors.
They do. The only way we established this was the door was because of the hedges and the footpath.
And the
Okay.
statues are pointing this way.
Yeah, look at the statues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we decided on.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure, cause like
Just break
I
through
didn't
the
want to
window.
like go through it and then get yelled at. Still gonna watch y'all or like.
He would have actually.
am
I
I-
should have pulled you
what am I-
forward a little bit because he would have put you in the hallway.
Oh god.
That was just easier than moving you up.
Is that the
Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be the best of assistants, and he's just kind of ditched you in the hallway.
teens? I'm still a teen, but you know, I was raised
Shall we-
correctly by a farmer.
Shall we
Well,
explore?
Left.
Uh,
Yes, left or
we
right.
shall. We shall. Let's go.
Kothar walks left then.
What?
I'll go with him then. You two look
alright.
that way.
All right, Tasselhoff. Let's go right.
Okay.
Is that a?
Shout if you find the person we're supposed to be talking to.
I just wanted to explore.
I walk into this room.
Shout if you find something interesting.
Hey, that's a gold piano. I've
And
never
if-
seen gold before.
And if you die, also shout.
Probably. You know, if I'm dead, I'm not gonna shout because have
So I
the
guess I'll
ability to
walk
talk.
into
I'll be
the
dead.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I
do
see
I-
you.
Do I see any interesting in this room?
Give me a minute. I will go through each of you individually. We will start with Taslov.
Yay. So, anything shiny in this room?
No.
They depends what you mean by shiny. Also, give me an investigation check. See what you see. Or yeah, investigation.
That one.
Everything's shiny. Kind of the cutlery's been polished. There's nothing that's particularly like gold shiny, but things are anything that's silver or anything like that is polished. Seems like it's set and ready for anybody turning up for a meal. Go on.
Is there anyone else in the room?
No,
Okay, I'm gonna go to each place set and take each of the knives.
just the knives.
Yes.
All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. Add 12 knives to your inventory.
Okay.
Alright, I will move over to Siggy.
I should probably change this to. There we go.
There we go.
Better. Okay. This is probably isn't gonna work. So I guess I'm just gonna roll investigation. Look around the room.
So there's a lot of like
Do I just do a normal roll?
what are you looking for? Are you just having a general look?
Just having a general look.
Yeah, you can go investigation. See what. Damn.
Is that good or no?
No, you want high numbers when you roll for checks.
10 is about the average.
Okay.
Basically, to you, it's a room with a piano in it and a few boxes around the side. Nothing really that special apart from the golden piano.
We don't see gold out in the farm. We see cows.
You see moo.
Alright, well, I guess that's it for me.
Alright.
I saw nothing interesting. What did you guys see?
We haven't gone yet. I think we were
You
just
haven't
about
gone
to...
yet. You're still in the piano room.
Mm-hmm.
We're still in the piano room.
Yeah, just
See
while
anything. I left.
There we go. Now I'll jump over to Kotha and Covert.
Yep, BRB.
Alright. Just hold fire a minute there.
Yeah, you just don't. This is basically what we were doing while you were in the piano room.
You want to go up there and I'll explore this way, or you want to both go up there? What are we doing?
Well, I suppose we'll go up there. I wish they had given directions. This isn't very well professional so far for getting people to help you.
Do you say that right there?
Yes.
She will shout and go, I'm not the unprofessional one, and if you want to see me, come in here.
I think we found perhaps the person.
Okay, we go in there.
And we bump into each other apparently.
Sorry, used to little guys. Little smooth skin. Not big metal skin.
Alright, so that you've just entered into there. So yeah, now Siggy, if you wanted to leave the room, you could. Yeah, like I said, it's just a case of when I do individual people, the time space is still happening all at once. It's just that I can't let everybody say, I want to go into this room, because nobody would hear each other properly. But yes, now if you wanted to leave the piano room because you're done, you can go ahead and do that. As you walk out, you obviously no longer see anybody in the corridor at all.
Alright, so we were told to come here by a smooth skin who is apparently beautiful. Yeah.
We did have very striking hair.
Ah, yes. Igor.
Yes. Then a young boy told us we couldn't come in, but then he changed his mind. But he didn't give us directions, so two of us are still looking for you.
Oh. Well, do one of you want to go and find them? Or do you think they'll find me? You know what?
We'll get there eventually.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay, rock, paper, scissors.
Also help you find anything interesting other than... Why do you have so many fucking butternut?
Type paper.
I'm finished.
Yeah, I'm not used to this game. Obviously. Fine.
Yeah, he just shoots like way too early, so I just
I go, instead of doing rock, paper, scissors, I go rock, and it's just rock. I just hold it there as you do the rest.
Well, I suppose I win. Oh, you're going.
As always. These games are weird. And I
Maybe if you changed hand signal.
Excuse me.
Keep that in mind.
As you get there, you will see in the corridor.
Hey, did you find the person that we're looking for? Or that was looking for us?
Yep, found smooth skin. Not young. Not young at all.
Skin. First we had fancy hair, now we have smooth skin? Gosh, this town has beautiful people.
No, Evie, you're also smooth skin. No scales, smooth skin.
Hey, Tasselhoff, you found the person. Where did Drac?
I don't think Drac is back yet.
Alright, well, pause.
I told them. They might be coming.
Well,
Oh, I'm on my way. Cause Tasselhoff is...
I see Draken lighting up, but I don't hear him saying anything.
yeah, me neither. I think it is just background noise it's setting off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just sounds like static. Yeah, I think it is just.
That was a chair.
I think that might have been Slaye's chair.
You just like drag.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
He stole all these. He stole this. All of dinner knife.
All right. She will say, "I'm glad that you're all here. I'm Lola. I used to be I was part of the adventurers that helped in the war.
You're a legend.
Some people say that, others don't think so much.
Well, I've only heard good things, so that has to be a good sign.
But I called you all here because I have heard that you have skills that I think would be quite useful in what I need looking into. Long time back, a friend of mine called Pip passed away during the war, and he gave me a letter to deliver to his father, which I did. And his father told me about some troubles that were going on near. My name leaves me. Give me a minute to check my town name. Provinport, I believe. Yes, I was right. Near Provinport, there was some issues going on. I went and investigated, found nothing, and
Sorry, I'm back.
welcome back.
Welcome back. You stole all this woman's dinner knives.
What?
You stole this woman's dinner knives, and she was a hero.
Yes, I know I stole all of her dinner knives.
She was a hero in the war. Alright,
Okay.
you can continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so I investigated the situation that I was told there was some creature bothering the towns, but I saw nothing, and many years passed, and I still saw nothing. However, a new lead has just come to light, but obviously now, in my old age, I'm in no fit state to go adventuring, so that's where I need somebody with similar skill sets as what you have to, if you're willing to, go and investigate.
What kind of creature was it, Miss Lola?
Well, nobody's actually confirmed what it was. Some of them say it was a bat thing. Some of them say it was a human. Some say it was like a dragon. So I'm not entirely sure if anybody's seen it, or if it's some form of magic that's distorting what it is. I don't know.
Bat, human, dragon. Either druid or many
Be a
things
shapeshifter.
people think are one.
Druid can't turn into dragon.
Be a shapeshifter.
Not that you know of.
Not until you unlock shape change.
However, in game you wouldn't know that.
I don't know. I'm 200 years old and I have 19 intelligence.
Very old.
Roll me a nature check. Let's see if you do know that.
Nature. No.
No, you do not.
I'll get all the bad rolls out now, so that we don't
It's
keep rolling
okay.
that one in combat.
It's okay, Tasselhoff. Every time I roll an investigation.
All right. Yeah. She kind of. Oh yeah, thank you, Nox. I forgot to post it in there, didn't I?
Which town did this take place in?
He's been spotted near Provenport. That is where he was last spotted. Which is all the way down on the coast, south from here. Had to think of my directions then.
Well, it sounds better than the celebrations anyway, so I'll be heading down there if the rest of
Who wants to eat snacks and drink, delicious, amazing alcohol when you can slay beasts and be a hero?
Alcohol or danger?
Danger!
Considering I cannot consume alcohol, I'll go for the danger.
Actually, Warforged can drink alcohol.
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
Wait, I can?
They do not need the two. They still can.
Well, it wouldn't really do much for them, I'd imagine.
Warforged are sentient creatures and are able to process alcohol as a human could. You can still eat, sleep, and drink. You just don't need to.
Nah, right, no. Well, let's just say he doesn't.
Okay.
It's just because I drew him without a mouth, so, yeah.
That too. Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, Lola, looks like we're accepting the quest.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Lola! How old are you?
I need
That's an awfully rude.
to.
That's an awfully rude question to ask a lady.
She's not a lady, she's a grandma.
I need to check with the.
Still a lady.
Give me a minute. I need to check with the player who played this character.
She is the one who runs, or death runs from.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the legend said.
Give me 2 seconds for a answer. He is typing now, and I will have your age for you because I forgot to note it down. 80s or 90s. Okay, so I'm gonna go smack bang in the middle and go. She's 85. She responds saying that I am 85, and whilst yes, I know some of you live far longer than that. For me,
I
that
don't.
is quite old.
Well, I'm just saying, when I was studying, there were some really, really old humans that was still learning and still adventuring. So what's stopping you?
Maybe she doesn't want to die. You ever thought about that? Tasselhoff?
You have a point.
She's in a church.
Yes, I was about to say it would be hard to do both of those at the same time.
Hey, it's still I'm curious.
And I will give you your answer. The reason I'm not doing it is, one, I am at a higher risk at this point, and two, I would like to give another set of people with the skill set that you've trained in a chance to do good for the land and become their own hero, and have the land speak of them in the same way that they speak of me.
That is a fair and respectable answer. So, there's one little problem.
What's
I-
that?
I- What?
What's that, Tasselhoff?
Well, I left the sanctuary a long time ago. And I've been trying to keep a low, hush, 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 hush. I need open practice if I'm gonna help.
Fine by us.
Her.
You need a what, sorry?
I need permission.
He uses magic.
Oh. You just see Lola kind of, it dawns on her, and she goes, yes, of course. Come with me. And she gets up, and as she gets up, you can see that her walking stick is essentially a long rifle made out of kind of semi-clockwork parts and kind of reconditioned to be a walking stick.
Ooh.
Awesome. That's why this woman is my hero.
If magic is illegal, I assume I would be illegal.
You're more natural.
Right, so let me make clear what I should have made clear right at the start, which I already thought I had, so apologies for that. They are after keeping control of people that are taught or learn magic, and of course in the Warlock's case as well, because they're making pact with something that's
So
evil.
it's they're looking to control arcane.
Right, so druids and...
Natural magic and divine magic they don't care about.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly that point. Thank you.
Yep.
As she stops there, you can see that she's kind of, as she's walking along, she's not the greatest with sight. She kind of uses her walking stick, not as if she's blind, but kind of guiding her a little bit. And then she just looks at you all and goes, well, come on, turn the statue. I can't do it, can I?
What?
Oh, we have to turn the statue. How?
I believe you turn the statue by turning the statue.
I'm gonna go ahead, big greenskin boy.
I am a lady.
Okay, big. Sorry, I'm a little small and I'm a little old. I couldn't see your honkers.
Okay. Do I roll strength or do I just do...
As you kind of try to turn it, you see that it turns very easily. And it just ends up facing where Lola and Tasselhoff is now, so essentially facing the other statue. And as you do so, down here you see a stairway open up.
Okay.
But you notice, especially for you, that it's extremely easy. You're, pretty much doing it without any effort whatsoever.
Right. Half work.
Even to the fact of your strength, you're still doing it with, that's the wrong person's sheet. You're still doing it with a relative amount of ease.
Well,
Shall we get down?
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't turn the statue for nothing.
She will
All right, let's go.
start heading down, and I assume you will follow.
Why are you standing on top of Kothar?
I am standing on their feet.
Poor Kothar.
Oh, we need to
I-
keep Hufflepuff out of it.
That's an altar. Right?
We are in a holy place.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's altars.
Love holy place. My fault. Go to church. I wasn't allowed in because I was an orc, but you know, it was church. I had to stand outside and listen. They you know, held the doors open for me, and I got to listen to the preacher praying.
All right. So as you walk down here, you can see lining the walls, it's kind of magical items, pictures. It seems like do you know I did this last time as well? Words have gone of what this place is. It's a museum. I got it right. I didn't say a gallery for items this time. That's what it was last time. When with the other group when they came down here, I was like, it's whatever you call a gallery for items, one of them things. A museum, yeah. So yes, it seems like it's a museum of Lola's history and items and time with her other party members. In like cabinets and lining the walls here.
It's beautiful.
She kind of goes into the corner and pulls out a paper and then seems to pull out also a scrumpled up letter. Seems to have been folded and unfolded quite a bit. And she hands Hasselhoff the fresher piece of paper and says, anybody questions you, show them that, and you'll be good to go.
Thank you, ma'am.
I just say Lola. You.
Say that again, sorry?
Wanted to say, Miss Lola, what an honor it's been to really one of my heroes. Girl.
I appreciate that. But I don't deserve any more respect than anybody else.
So why do you keep this all hidden?
I'm not hidden. I'm in the middle of town in a temple.
But I mean, like, why have the secret entrance?
Maybe because she doesn't want people harassing her about her past.
Well, if she doesn't want people harassing her, then why not leave it open for everyone just to go and see themselves?
Unfortunately, not everyone is trustworthy, and I can't be here 100% of the time. Some of
That is
these
fair.
magical
They want
items
skills.
are quite potent, and some people would like to get their hands on them.
That I could understand. Sorry, have to ask a lot of questions.
Don't
That's
forget the
fine.
Beautiful artwork, of course.
Oh, yes.
Good.
The artwork that you see looks like it's... you can see...
Posted it in chat.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Beautiful.
Ah, yes. The taffy work.
Yup.
This is an original taffy, I see.
I'd love to have this on my wall back at home, but I understand why.
I never did understand art.
Line art. I mean, line art is a thing.
Yes, it's...
Never done an art either. Not enough. Too much smooth skins.
Oh, I know. There's a lot of smooth skins out there.
You're also a smooth skin.
I'm not as smooth skin as I play with the wrinkles on my arm.
Clearly.
Would that make me a no skin?
Yes.
Yes.
Steel skin.
So, yeah.
Ah, okay. I shall remember that.
Steel.
Alright. Lola looks around and goes, if you've finished taking a look, shall we go back upstairs?
I think that was wise.
you're missing somebody. There they are.
Nah,
I was like, where are they?
Tasselhoff was standing on his toes.
Ah. Lola will point to the
Oh,
statue and say, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course. Gonna burn the statue.
Alright, and as you do so, the stairs, the floor comes back up and seals the stairs back in.
So, does anybody else know about that? Because, like, if you start to get, like, really old and you start to forget things, do you think you might want to go back down there and, like, remember?
I have a very trusted couple of friends that know of this
that's
place.
all I would... Sorry, I just worry about history getting lost.
Your concern is appreciated, but I have things in place. I might be old, but I'm not dumb yet. You see her kind of walk back off.
As soon as she walks back off, I'm gonna walk up to the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you dare touch that statue.
And just like on the base of it, I'm just gonna put the knives down.
Alright.
Are you making an offering?
Sure, offering.
I think somebody felt bad after meeting her. I like it.
You should feel bad. That woman was a hero. My hero. It was the only female figure I had.
What about your mother?
Taffy.
What about Taffy? You're not with my Taffy.
Taffy was the better hero.
Also, I need to ask.
Druid, Taffy.
I liked the Serenity one.
I was going to actually ask both of you. Do you want both of your old characters to make an appearance in this game?
If you want, I can do.
Come on, Tasselhoff, we need to leave.
Right.
Serenity can. I'll talk to you later about next.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna just keep moving the thing around.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm going to change
Out of
maps
the
now
woman's
anyway.
house.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
My question now is, do you hang around town? Do you want to go back to the town map and mull around town for a bit, or do you just want to straight get on the road to where you need to go? It's your
I
course.
mean, you guys want to explore town a bit? Do you...
Well, how long until
Get
this festival is supposed to start?
I mean,
by this point, it's probably already started. Yeah, let me try and think. So you've been in there easily a good, yeah.
we could just, like...
Well, I'm saying, like, we just spent all that time traveling here.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we just take a night and relax?
Yeah, we could just, like... Oh, like, he's probably gonna get drunk in the tavern. It's, like, chill in the tavern, watch him get drunk, because Siggy's not old enough to drink.
This is medieval
Anyways.
times. You're
And
old.
listen, her father taught her to be a responsible teenager.
Okay.
Ish.
I suppose one night can't hurt.
One night. Get out of the woman's house, Tasselhoff.
Like I said, I'm not moving my character. Because it's kind of tedious to just constantly keep moving it every step of the way. In combat, sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Just so that we know where you are, but yeah. Like to the door for me to change maps, yeah. Alright. The town is yours then. I don't have much town maps, unfortunately. So it will be a lot on this map.
Kind of want to explore it a little bit and see if there was any.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
So as you come back out, you can see now that this area is not blocked off, but is monitored by guards so that there's not a big like rush of people all piling in all at once. And the same as you go over here, there's guards letting people in and out in kind of like an orderly fashion.
Oh, that moves my character. That's unsettling. I forgot to someone needs to monitor. Like if Tasselhoff does decide to go to the tavern.
I'm not a child.
I know, but like we need to make sure you don't put yourself to death, so that you can like function during quest.
How long do you think I have been drinking?
Listen, you're old, okay?
Alright, so I'll do the individuals thing again. We'll start with Covert and... How do I pronounce your name, Nox? I'm trying to... Kothar, there we go. Covert and Kothar. We'll start with them since they're together down here.
Well, Covert's not particularly interested in going to the tavern, so they're just generally looking around, looking at the celebrations or whatever, so...
Okay.
Not doing anything in particular.
Alright.
And Kothar is more interested in whatever this is.
Alright.
Just trying to figure out what it is.
After you look at that, you can see... Probably couldn't see it because he's in the way. You can see that it's another temple. It seems to be to a different god than the one you were in with Lola.
Would I have any idea what god, or do I need to do something for that?
Give me a religion check and see. You're not sure, you just can see from kind of like the layout and the statues and things like that, it looks like a different, and it feels, it looks visually different to the other temple, so you're taking a guess that it's probably not the same worship place.
Okay, well, I would like to head in there anyways.
Alright. I don't have a map for that one either because I didn't expect you to go in there, so you're going to have to excuse me for lack of maps. As you entered this one, it seems like Lola's, you could see, was very well kept. This one is very shoddily kept. There's kind of stones fallen and kind of cracked along the walls. It's a very uninviting temple.
You would think that, but I'm a lizard folk druid.
True. Very true.
Perfect.
That is actually a very good point.
He was raised in the temples, okay? He does not care.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, raised on the sea, but... Ooh, it's lovely. Nature's taking back. Perfect.
Alright.
And I will investigate some.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check, see what you see, if there's anything fancy in here, or unusual, or something that you see. There's some, what look like religious books, on some of the seats, but otherwise, nothing really. Doesn't seem to be a downstairs or any kind of like trapdoor opening to go downstairs or anything like that. Just very plain.
Okay, well, I'd like to start reading the books, and you can go on someone else if you want.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go over to Siggy.
Are there any like shop or interesting looking?
There's a lot of stalls along here, with various foods on them, and various kind of books, like books on the heroes and their journey that people have written.
Think about plant?
Say that again, sorry?
Any books about plant?
Plants?
plant.
You're cutting out every time you say that. I don't know why it's only with certain words that you cut out with.
Hang on. Portal, are you using push to talk? No. No, man. I thought that. Okay, fair enough.
Plants. Oh, you did say plants. I did hear you right. Okay. Do you go over and ask the bookman that's behind the counter if he's got any, or behind the stall, if he's got any books on plants?
Yeah.
He looks a little puzzled at you and goes, "This is the festival for heroes, not a common boot sale."
I'm just looking for books.
I mean, I appreciate that, but this is, all of the normal shops are shut for the festival. We're spreading the information of the heroes and their good deeds, and well, I mean, there's well, I suppose there is one, but while it's related to the heroes, why would you? Oh, well. And he kind of mumbles for a little bit, and then he just pulls a book out from underneath the stall after he rummages around, and goes, "Here," and just hands you a book that says, "Plants and How to Be Friends with Them," written by Taffy Drux.
I love it. Thank you.
She can write, my god. She's improving.
How much do I owe you, sir?
Well, it's in regards to the heroes, so take it. I probably couldn't sell it anyway. It didn't seem to sell when it was in my shop, and it's been sat there for a while.
You're too good. You're too good, good sir. My father will love this. Very old. Thank you. I hope you have a great festival. Thank you.
You too.
I'm just gonna casually walk away. I really did just walk up to this man and ask a book about plants.
It's probably a horrible book about plants, but probably very ranty, just like, and if you see a bluebell, make sure you're nice to them. Bluebells hold grudges. And it's just stuff like that. There's no gardening.
My father will love it. Listen, he loves about plants. I don't care what it's about. You tell him how to befriend an apple tree.
I mean, yeah, definitely. There's definitely a few chapters on how to befriend trees in there.
She's gonna come home and he's gonna be sitting there like, listen, you. He's gonna come out there, throw a book at an apple tree and be like, yeet! And she's like, Dad, that's not how it works. That's what the book said. No wonder it was free.
Alright, let's, while you're mulling over your book, let's move over to, I nearly said Hasseltoff then instead of the other way around. I don't know how I managed that one, but...
So, I want to go find, like, the center of, like, wherever people are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that would be pretty much where you are.
Man's gonna call you
Okay. I want to go... I want to look around for a single person, perhaps, like, someone that's, like, depressed and alone.
Okay.
Oh God.
Roll me investigation. Let's see if you spot anyone.
Listen, rolling investigation has not gone good for any of us. Oh look,
19.
someone got one.
You see a small gnome just up ahead on the corner here, who, at a glance, you wouldn't say he's upset or that he seems very awkward and not exactly comfortable here.
Okay. I'm gonna like hobble up Hello, young lad.
He just looks up and goes, "Oh, hi."
Why you look so glum on such a glorious day?
Just too many people.
Does it look like he has any coin on him?
Probably the just kind of like small change. He doesn't look overly wealthy, but he's not in rags like he lives on the street.
Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity. I will let you experience anything you want for a short time for this measly 5 silver.
Damn. He goes, and what would, so, like, anything?
Yes.
He looks for a minute and says, he seems very dubious. So he says, and how can you perform such a thing?
Well, you see, I studied at so-and-so sanctuary way over yonder, and I'm here now to prove my magical worth, to help people who don't seem to be quite in the spirit of the festival have a better time.
Roll me persuasion.
16.
Could you see that roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
good. He just goes, "No, you're one of those magic people that's supposed to be in the tower. I know your sort. Stay away from me."
I have a license. I'm allowed to do this. Sir, I have a license. I'm allowed to do this.
Can I see your license?
I hand him the paper.
All right.
Permit.
I also realized I misspelled license in my character sheet. I can't spell it. Whatever.
I can't either, so it's fine. I probably wouldn't have even noticed because I can't spell myself. That is a good question, actually. Do you actually let him hold the paper, or do you just kind of hold it out to him?
I hold it out to him, but clear enough that he can read the whole thing.
Okay. That seems to settle his caution, and he says, "Yeah, I apologize. You must understand we're taught from a young age to fear anyone that isn't aligning with the order."
Oh, I am aligning with the order. I'm just doing some work for the crown and some other very important people.
Well, I'm trying to think what I would enjoy the most.
As much detail as you can.
I am a little stumped on what he would want here. Give me a minute to think this one over.
Because I'm going to use my favorite spell in this entire fucking game.
Did you break the DM?
So far, apparently.
Yeah, I actually am trying to think of something that he would want that you could also do.
It can literally be anything.
He turns to you and says, "There's a fighting tournament on. Can you make me be able to fight better?"
No, I'm sorry. This is just something for. This is more of an illusion. It's not. It's a short time experience.
Oh, as soon as you say that, he goes, "Okay, you see those, like, all the fancy rich people, with all their fancy clothes and robes, that,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yes. You want to be rich.
I want to look all fancy with the royal colours and the golden robes and all of that.
Okay. Then, close your eyes real tight. You can pay me afterwards.
Okay.
So here's your wall of text. Oh, hang on. Let me take it off of attack. A card. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Lord. I can't read that. My brain hurts.
He's
So-
choosing to fail because he's optionally chose to it, so that's fine, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm not doing anything that would cause damage, so
Right.
the actual part doesn't do anything. So what he's going to see, in front of him is going to be a mirror.
Okay.
To his left, there's going to be a large horse-drawn carriage made of solid gold encrusted with jewels.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to be wearing long, fanciful robes of fine silks,
Mm-hmm.
fine colors, in which he can feel and smell all of this as well.
Mm-hmm.
To his right, there is a group of knights holding back a crowd of cheering fangirls trying to get at him.
Oh my god.
And
Trying to get at him. Trying to get at that.
and behind him will be his two servants who are at his beck and win.
All right.
This lasts for a minute. So, okay, open your eyes now.
And he just looks around and is a little shocked, but you can see that he is distinctly happy. He pays you 5 silver and thanks you. And immediately jumps into the... Can he actually get into the cart? The carriage?
No. So
Okay.
The thing is, it's a 5-foot square.
Right.
So anything out of it that he could see, once he leaves that square, the illusion's gone.
Right. Okay. Well, that's fine. He'll still enjoy what he can of it here. I mean, you told him that that's what it was as well, so
Yeah.
he's aware. But yeah, he definitely looks distinctly more happy. All right.
Now, before I go,
Mm-hmm.
most practitioners for something like that would have cost you at least 20 gold. Have a happy festival.
He just looks
And
and thanks you again.
I just hobble off.
Okay. All right.
Our little corner.
Nope.
The map.
I'm actually going to go purchase just a bottle of like cheaper wine, but big enough for the whole party.
I don't know the cost of that actually. It's not a lot, I don't think, is it? If I remember rightly.
For cheap
5
wine,
silver.
I think it's along the silver line, yeah.
You know, Siggy has. Oh, we're just lucky that plant book, because I did not know.
Well, it's 3, so it might even be copper. It's 3. I've got a rough guide here that it's. Here we go. Oh, damn. So a fine bottle is 10 gold, and you said you just wanted some cheap wine.
yeah.
So probably a gold piece.
Okay, I will give them a gold piece.
Alright.
I'll give them 2 gold and get 2 bottles.
Okay, sounds good.
And then I'm gonna go try to find the lizard man and the robot.
All right.
I'm somewhat near them.
I'm probably sitting on the temple steps or something waiting for Kohar.
One, like, streets away reading this book and hoping it doesn't make my father do something weird.
Are you actually reading through it?
I'm reading a little bit of it. You know?
Okay, so you see a lot of pictures, like you saw in Lola's temple inside. Usually on one side of the page is the picture, and then there's the text on the other side.
It's just a...
And one of the first pages, it just says, sometimes plants know things. Remember to ask them. They'll tell you information, but sometimes it's confusing as well.
My father's gonna love this. He's actually not that old, but you know, he's old enough.
Tasselhoff, you will eventually, obviously, if we're wandering around a little bit, you will stumble across them down here.
Yep.
Am I gonna learn to talk to plants using the book?
You can try.
I knew all that. I knew my father wasn't just shit when he told me that to talk to plants. Siggy, what's wrong, Papa? The apple tree's been talking shit. Old man, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm telling ya. Papa, it must have been like a druid or okay? Apple trees can't talk. Yes, they can.
Mm-hmm. That's where things are gonna get interesting. Yep. That was what I was hoping for. Because Siggy's gonna be like, the plant said this to me, and you're just gonna turn around and go, no, it didn't. I heard exactly what it said. Don't lie.
So yeah, I guess I like when you said I find them eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Hi guys, I did good today.
I noticed.
How do you know?
I saw like this dwarf. He was looking all smelly, and I asked him what was going on, and he was just like, "Bruh," and then walked away. And I just assumed it was you.
I have to know, not a dwarf.
Oh well, I mean they're both really short. Right?
Wow.
That is racist.
Listen, I was raised on a farm. I don't know the difference. I was raised on a farm around humans. I never met anything other than humans.
Hey, Siggy.
Or
the short, smooth skins.
yeah, the short, smooth skins. He's got it. He knows.
What do you Hey, Kotar, what do you consider Genasi?
Well, there's the hot skin, the weird skin, the really hard skin, and the ethereal skin.
Sure. So, right.
What do you consider people with fur? Like
Regular people.
no, like God, I'm trying to think.
The Tabaxi are just regular people. Humans are weird. Orcs are weird.
Thing.
If you say gnomes are weird, I swear.
They're just short.
Let me rephrase. Smooth skins are weird.
I can agree with that.
Did you have fun at the tavern?
Didn't go to the tavern.
You don't know that.
We're heading to the tavern.
Yeah. Well, you're not drunk, so
I do have alcohol, but no, I did not go to the tavern. I made some money. And I put a big smile on someone's face.
amazing.
I let them experience what the true life they really wanted for a full minute.
I'm proud of you.
I read a book.
Me too.
I sat on some steps.
I didn't even buy this book. He just gave it to me. It was written by this Taffy chick. I don't even know who that is. I tell you, she's got some interesting takes on plants and how to befriend them.
The guardian of the forests.
Yeah.
Well, one of the guardians of the forest.
Does she say that you roll them up in paper and smoke them?
No. Well, she might. I don't know. I haven't gotten to that part yet.
No.
I'm gonna send it to my father when I get to a post office. Hopefully he gets it, but
There's probably a post office in town.
there might be.
It's a big enough town.
Maybe. But we've wasted time. If I die, one of you guys can take it to him. With my will.
But, you said we were wasting time. We're staying here the night.
Oh, right.
That is what we said. I assumed you wanted to stay the night.
Yeah.
I was so caught up in this book about befriending plants. Is there a post office in town? What's it cost to mail things?
There would be a post office in town, but you would know that it's probably closed for festival reasons.
Ah.
Think of Stardew Valley and any other Harvest Moon-like game. Everything shuts when the festival's on, and only the festival is available.
Don't worry. We'll send it in the morning.
Alright. So, do we, like sleep on the ground, or do we go find out how much the,
Well,
do we call it a motel? Or is this medieval times and we call it a...
It'll be a tavern.
Tavern or an inn, probably.
Which they've already said our boats are closed.
Just sleep on the...
The ground is perfectly acceptable.
Or...
I don't know about you.
I mean...
really hurt my back and
I slept in a bed with my father until I was like 10, and then I started sleeping on a mat on the floor, so I think the ground's pretty acceptable as well.
Well, hang on, Ziggy, do you have a backpack? Is she wearing a backpack?
Yes, you are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I see your backpack?
No? Are you gonna dig through it?
No.
Sure, here.
Yeah, I start taking everything out.
Why are you taking everything out of my backpack?
Because I put my bedroll inside and climb in and close it.
well, that's him.
There's an old man in my backpack.
I did see, yes. That's one way.
So we take it to the river.
Okay, who wants to lay on top of the old man in my backpack?
Hey!
No. We take it to the river.
Hello.
Wait, why the river?
River.
No!
Game Slayer, drag him to the river.
Oh. Alright, so
Okay,
that's where Tasselhoff is sleeping.
Well, I guess I better put all my stuff in my pockets, including this love letter from Chump.
Oh, what's this? Oh, rations!
I will literally kill you right now. I don't care if it kills me late game. Alright, those are my rations.
Are these dried berries or nuts? I can't tell.
I don't know. My father packed them. They might be like really dry scones. He doesn't know how to cook.
Yeah, I can tell that. Ugh.
Don't you I lived on those for 18 years.
Oh god.
No wonder you're so scrawny.
I'm not scrawny, I'm muscular, okay? There's a difference. I'm going to bed.
To covert, I just say smooth skin problems.
I'm gonna open the bag and just kind of like start bringing stuff back in just so that it's like organized so that I can sit in here comfortably and get most of her stuff back in.
But yeah, is there anywhere that looks good for us to set up camp? Like, is that a field down there in the corner?
I would say,
Yeah.
if anything, you could probably use the what looks like abandoned temple.
This?
Yeah.
Alright.
Did I find out in the book what god this temple served before we do that?
Yes. I will need to get his or her name. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I don't want to be sleeping and know, like, God death. I don't know, maybe it's a nice god of death. Maybe he doesn't like, maybe he's like chill.
We just left the temple of the god of death, so I doubt this is another one.
So Lola's is that,
Oh.
and this one's been shut down. So
I'm gonna sleep with my letter from Shump in my hand.
Are you looking for something to do with Nyx or someone else?
actually, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I didn't know. Hang on. Yeah, what would a connection to Nyx be?
For a god? That's it wouldn't be unless Nyx is the god, Nyx's actual body. Which I don't know where that game went to.
Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna.
Oh, I also have a bedroll. I forgot.
Yeah, there you go. That seems most appropriate for now. It's god of the grave and death, so maybe not suiting Nyx to the T, but it's why it's kind of been left abandoned, because Lola's one is the Raven Queen, which is similar to, it's more fate than that, but yeah.
Okay, so I would just go temple to some weird god of death. Never heard it before. Inconsequential. You guys should be fine. I'll be out here.
Yeah, you know what? I think Tasselhoff can sleep in the temple, in my backpack. That's great. I'll sleep out here.
Can't you just leave me out here?
Well, I mean, you're already in the temple. Well, actually, you're outside of the temple in my backpack. Stay, like, it. Fine, you'll be okay. You won't, like...
You're going
Darn
to
it, temple.
You were about to say it's not like I would die or anything.
I was about to say it's only a temple to a god. What's worse that can happen?
Yeah.
Are we staying in the temple or are we staying outside?
You can go in the temple.
Hey, Mr. Lizard Boy.
Be outside.
Yes, Mr. Wrigley Smoothskin.
What's the weather gonna be like tonight?
The fuck?
Screw crap. Let's know all the weather that's gonna happen in the next 24 hours.
It's chilly outside, I told you.
There's going to be weather. What kind
Weather.
doesn't affect me. I don't care.
You know, you're very
Actually,
rude.
so. What were you expecting?
Fair. He is a primitive savage of no one cares.
He's not savage!
Smooth skins.
He's not savage. He's just, sarcastic.
Well, if you'll be okay out here, Kofar, I think I will keep an eye on those two.
Sounds good, Cobert.
You know what? Fine. I'm gonna get out of the bag with my stuff. I'm gonna go sleep inside.
I'm inside.
Oh, then I'm gonna get out of the bag.
Can you bring me my bag?
No. I'm going to go to up to where the altar would be, or if it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave one of the bottles of wine, and I'm gonna go climb back into the backpack.
I'm gonna be carrying this old man around in my backpack from now on.
I am the Yoda that is on your backpack.
Except he's tremendously heavier.
Actually, I am lighter than Yoda.
Amazing.
Alright. So as you all settle down for the night, my question now is, since you're in a town, do you take watches or do you just all sleep?
I am well, not awake, but I am aware of my surroundings, so I could just.
Yeah, Warforges don't actually sleep. They go into a state of inactivity, but they still have full consciousness and awareness of what's going on around them.
Yeah, so I could just keep the whole watch.
Yeah, the ability is Sentry's Rest. That's one thing that makes them kind of overpowered.
Feel free to change it.
I would say.
Sleeps.
Go on, sorry. What did you say, sorry?
Kothar just sleeps.
Okay.
Nature will wake him up if it needs to.
Mm-hmm. You can see and hear as normal. What I would say is it would take you a minute to get yourself into you're like a PC in sleep mode. I've got to hit the key for you to wake up, and it takes a few seconds for you to actually become functional again. So let's say you saw something running towards the camp. Yes, you can see it, but you're going to take a minute to be able to get up and function again.
That's fine. Yeah, we can go with that.
Well, not like a whole minute, sorry. A couple of seconds, but yeah.
Enough so it would be good if we did take watches.
Yeah.
And enough so that watches could still be useful. You can put your risk in that, but it wouldn't be a major risk, but you might get the jump on something a little bit quicker if somebody else had taken the same watch.
Yeah, and we've got enough people, so yeah, let's just do that then.
You can alert me in a few hours. I'll be up. Wake me up in a few hours. You get a thing. He gets a thing. He doesn't tell us what the thing is. He just gets a thing.
You will learn with Nox and Nox's characters. They get things, and you will know those things when it happens, and then you're like, that thing.
Hey, it's the thing. Finally, the thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slip.
All right.
Are you in the temple?
Yes.
Just making sure. We're not even gonna wake him up. I'm just gonna throw him on my back. Carry my bedroll under my arm and the old man in the backpack.
Yep.
When it needs to happen, it will. So then it will be a loop too.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
take first watch then.
Alright.
Yeah, or Game Slayer will let us know what second needs to be, I guess. So.
Actually, I will actually give you two choices, sockets.
Okay.
You can either be a little bit slower on the wake up, or you can take disadvantage on your perception rolls for your watch.
Okay.
I'm actually happy to have it that I actually fully need to shut down as normal and basically have a rest like then.
Okay.
So we could literally just say that. I'd be happy
Okay.
to do that just so I don't end up forgetting or whatever. We can just say it's literally like a long rest. I need to shut down completely.
Alright, whatever you're happy with.
For
Alright.
like 6 hours, I need to shut down completely. So.
Okay.
And it basically is the same as a long rest for a normal character. So.
Okay, if
yeah,
that's
I'm
what you
happy to
want,
do that.
then you can do that. But know that the other two options are an option. But if you want to do that, then we can do that. That's fine.
Yeah, we can do that then.
All right, we'll do that then.
So, shall I roll a perception check?
Yes, please. You hear a lot of partying still going on, even though it's going into probably the starting hours of like midnight and that kind of time. You can hear a lot of shouting and cheering in the distance. But that's about it.
People know how to party.
It's Mardi Gras.
But for medieval times.
It's literally a festival.
Happens. Yeah. But I'll wake
Whoever's going next.
Or whoever is going next.
I'm ready. Take a rest. Sleep on top of my bread roll if you'd like.
I'll take the next watch.
I said I'd do it. Get back in the bag, old man.
Fine. Considering I'm the only, besides for the lizard folk, I think only me and the lizard folk can see in the dark.
Yeah, but like.
So actually, it probably would be best if Ziggy took this one because it's only going to get darker from here.
Fair.
Yeah. Plus, everybody's still partying, so like the lights still come.
Yeah, I has the superior dark vision.
Yeah, I will wake Ziggy up then and just sit down and go like, phew.
I'll pull you out of the bag when it's time for your turn.
Ziggy, give me a perception check, please.
Where's my perception? There's my perception. Normal roll or?
Yes, normal. Oof, damn.
There it is.
Ooh, my first good roll.
You see the dimensions of time.
God.
You see the sound.
And you are permanently haunted by this vision for the rest of your life.
Oh God. Everybody. Kothar, you see shit.
You see just outside up here, two guards, kind of on like a patrol.
Can I silent what up? No, I'm just kidding.
And they kind of mumbling. I'm hoping that everyone wraps this up soon. They always take it on and on and on, 3, 4 in the morning. They seem to think that we have to stay on duty till they're finished.
But yeah, dude, let's work.
But other than that, nothing else happens.
God, you can see sound. You're haunted by this vision for the rest of your life. Jeez.
Sounds like some weird deck of many things cards you pull out.
It does. Or in my case, you just pull out all the good ones.
Alright, hey, Tasselhoff, are you ready to get out of the bag now?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, I'm going to... Oh.
Okay.
There you go. You can still, even now, hear. It's not as loud as when you were planning to go to sleep, but there's still shouting and clapping and coming from the middle where you were earlier. Other than that, nothing.
Okay.
When sun rises, I want to swim across the river, just for the fun of it.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Now, when you swim across the river this morning, where do you climb out?
My plan
You so fast.
was to go something like that.
Okay.
It's like either the dock or right next to the dock.
Mhm.
I don't want to go anywhere near the fort.
Okay.
Well,
Is
I
that
mean,
your
no, because they'd probably be like very upset. Oh right, I have to go to the post office today. He zoomed. He zoomed across the river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As you climb out there, you see a few people kind of stumbling around. Just one or two. One of them just looks up and goes, "Sir, dragon things wasn't out of the river. I've definitely drank too much."
Yes, you have. Leave my presence forever. Be afraid.
Hey,
Kothar, you gotta
listen.
stop being so savage.
Listen, I'm not afraid of you. You're an illusion.
Show my fangs.
They're an illusion too.
I gently bite them. Not enough to damage, but enough for them to like feel the prick.
They went off screaming.
Good. Illusions hurt. I shot after them.
They're in the tavern. Barkeep comes up. What's wrong, Jimmy? So where's the post office in town? I have to mail this book to my father so he can learn to befriend plants.
You would probably know that it's up near where the tavern was, probably along the other side of the river, since this seems like the whole place where the festival is. And
does anyone want to go with me, or am I going by myself?
I'll go with you.
Okay. Just gonna walk on water because I don't want to walk. Or I don't want to get shot. Alright. Oh, wait.
What?
Did you sleep in my sleeping thing? My bag? Just teleport to me.
Again, not moving the character.
Okay,
Just
great.
no.
Alright. So is it like I forgot where the Great. Okay. Alright.
what do you do when you get there? Everything seems kind of quiet and dead.
I walk up to the counter, ask how many coins do I need?
Are you trying to get? Oh, you're trying to get into the tavern or the post office?
Post office.
Okay.
So
So
drinks. It's too early for drinks.
you see, as you get to the post office, the door is shut.
I try to open it.
It just doesn't move at all.
Oh boys, I guess we're leaving.
I knock on the door.
He's
No, how hard do you knock?
I hit it with my quarterstaff.
Okay, so quite a loud. You kind of just hear a thud from upstairs. Hey, what are you on?
It's a post office. We're trying to mail.
don't be. I'd just like to mail a book to my father, please.
Is it of great urgence?
Yes, we're leaving town within the hour. We need to just send it.
Can't get a moment's peace in this damn town. Partying all night. Now it's 8 o'clock in the morning and you're banging on my door wanting to post a damn book.
If you wanted peace and quiet, you shouldn't have opened the post office.
This isn't a 24-hour post office.
You should post that on the door.
You're
You're kind of right. It's kind of your fault.
Oh, of course it is. Yes, of course it is. My fault. Yes. Anyway, you hear the lock on the door open. So do you have it wrapped and ready to send?
Yes.
Well, where is it then?
Right here.
Well, it's not even wrapped.
But I have the address written on it.
Here. Just take it, send it, and then we'll be out of your fucking hair.
It's not. I can't post this.
Fine. Tasselhoff, do you have any paper for me to wrap this in?
I'm going... You know what? Sir, if you do not just take it, wrap it yourself, and send it into the mail where it's directed to, I will stay here, knocking on your door for the next 3 hours, as hard as I can, and just completely ignoring you. Every time you call a guard, I will suddenly disappear in a cloud of smoke, and I'll come back as soon as they leave and start not ignoring you again. Now, accept it or else.
He'll do it, sir. The man's nut.
All intimidation.
Thank you. 27.
Fine, but it'll cost you
He'll do it, man. How much?
5 gold.
You have 5 gold.
I hand him 5 gold.
And he just kind of takes it and goes, "God damn people in this town!" And you just hear him slam the door.
Thank you, and have a nice day.
You just don't hear any response.
Yeah, see? Easy.
I really couldn't have done that. Oh.
Yes, but I'm a crotchety old man. I actually say that in character. Yeah, I'm a crotchety old man, so I can do it.
And I said, yeah, I couldn't have done that myself in character.
Yep.
Alright,
so, let's go find the others.
Alright. On the way back over, Slayer, I'm just going to swim back in the river.
Uh-huh.
If it's possible, I'd like to try to fish. Or
yeah.
fish, use my teeth.
Well, I would say athletics for that. I know it probably sounds a little weird, but I'm thinking swimming, trying to catch a fish.
That's actually right.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh.
He drowns.
Oh, catching fish. No, that would have been something else. Oh well.
You see one.
If I drown, I come back after 10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay. You see one, but every time you kind of try and snap around it, it just seems to dodge out of the way, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep trying for about 5-10 minutes, and then eventually just go back to the group, soaking wet the entire time, not caring.
Alright.
Better luck next time, Kothar.
Huh? About what?
For the fish.
As soon as again, okay, so you don't know that he's trying to...
Yeah. Unless you were there, you wouldn't
So-
know. So you've got to kind
Yeah,
of... Sorry, go on.
Dead, sorry.
Yeah, you've got to kind of just keep separate what you hear other players say, and just be aware that if you're not in the vicinity to hear, that thing didn't happen to your character. You as a player heard it, but your character did not.
So, I see him come back dripping wet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to dry him with prestidigitation.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to the river to get your wet again.
Why is he like this?
As he starts walking away, for the next hour, all of your scales are bright pink. Prestidigitation.
I look to Covert. We're gonna be dealing with this for a long time.
It's 1 inch squares at a time. It's going to take you a long time to cast that, buddy.
Fine. 1 inch square?
If you want to rules lawyer everything, I can do it back to you.
What are my rules? What the hell am I rules lawyering?
You're not really rules lawyering, but you're getting very specific on everything, so I can do it right back to you if you really need to. But yes, you can have some of my skills pop in.
Have fun, guys.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Yes, Slayer. I go back and get wet again and then come back.
Mm-hmm.
For that probably 3 inches of unwetness.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Cathar comes back. Wet. What do you guys do?
Do we have anything else to do in town?
Not if you don't want to, no. There's not a set thing for you to do in town.
I already did my book, so I have nothing to do here.
Alright.
Covert, have any here?
No, you can leave.
Okay. Crotchety old man, do you have anything to do here?
He has left.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Othar, do you have anything to do here?
Nope. Got what? Good to go.
Well, then I guess we're done.
Alright. We shall,
Would you like to borrow a cloak? You might get cold and become sick.
I would love to borrow a cloak. Or were you talking to
I was
Othar?
talking to the wet lizard person,
Alright,
but
I'm done.
you could too if you wanted.
I'm
I'm
okay.
not
I'm an
needed.
orc. I'm a half orc. We were. I mean, I wasn't, but you know, we're to the cold. I lived on a farm. I say that a lot, but like it literally didn't snow where I live.
I will move you out of town. Look at the time. I'm gonna go for that here. Okay. Nope, that's not the one I want. That's the one I want.
Ooh, that's it's a nice tree that fell there. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so that is what you see as you'll start on your journey out of town. You can see that this path is it's not a proper footpath. It's kind of been, it looks like it's partially looked after, like people will throw stone and whatnot down on it to keep it as a footpath, but it's not a highly maintained footpath. I see Draken lighting up, but I don't hear him.
Huh?
I apologize.
There you go. It's all good. It happens. I'm not entirely sure. I obviously know that there was people didn't want things to happen there, and you kind of butted heads on that.
No, I left because I never talked or treated him like an ass. I respect the same courtesy. How you talk to people does affect things.
Well, if you're both fine with continuing, then we will continue.
I came back.
Alright. Let me pull you over.
Oh.
You didn't come over, did you? No, it didn't. Sorry, 2 seconds. There you go. Alright, so the only thing you missed was Cover offering a cloak to Kothar and me explaining that this road looks like people throw stones and things on it to stop the grass growing back, but it's not like a highly maintained road where carts and things are going backwards and forwards, so it needs to be kept pristine. It's kind of a used road. Alright.
I'll keep going if there's nothing. If it's just, just a road, I'll just keep going.
The logs here you can see look like they shouldn't really, haven't come from here. They haven't fallen. There's no dirt or anything that is evident that they've been toppled over or were even growing here.
Would it be a bad idea to investigate them?
Not at all. If that's what you want to do, then go ahead and roll me an investigation.
I'm doing really bad with those, though. Holy crap! Guys! I rolled
There you go.
What do I see? Give it to me.
You notice with that, actually, you would see that up here, it looks like something sliding, like this loose soil that looks like it's been sliding down. So with that investigation check, you can probably assume something fell down, and obviously indicating with the trees that are here, you'd assume that it was those.
So the trees came from the water.
From up here, which is like a rocky mountain cliff kind of thing.
We should look out for that. If there are any other loose trees. And if there's nothing else, we'll keep going again.
Yeah, you can keep going.
Could go around.
Yeah.
I would advise not running way ahead.
I'm sorry.
Because when fights start, usually it's wherever you're at. It's like if there's like 10 enemies here and here, and you pull your character to here, you're there. Everyone else might be back where we are.
Right. And it would take them a full turn to get into where you were. So yes, you can. You can move as far as you want, but just like Nox says, bear that in mind. Because if they're hiding, and there's, like you said, if there's an ambush and you're here, the ambush will start the second you step there. They can't move until their turn. Then after that, so you're stuck here in the midst of the enemies, and if they are faster than the rest of your party, they will take their turn first, and it could end up being quite painful for you.
Yeah.
So just be aware of your distance from the party. Like, I'm not saying you can't wander off down here, but just be aware.
Yeah, if the trees are a bit big to climb over, I'll just go around the other way then.
Alright.
Do you guys want to explore down here?
which way is the way we're going?
You will know that this is the way you should be going.
Oh.
But this looks like it's the way that leads up to where the trees rolled, thrown, dropped, fell down, whichever you would like to call it.
Well, that kind of looks trappy. And to be honest, I've seen enough movies to know that traps lead to ambush. And as I've been told, that's bad. And I don't want to die my first.
Alright, so you're going down?
You guys want to go down?
Sure.
It is the fastest way.
Okie dokie.
Alright. Is anyone actively looking for traps since somebody mentioned that it's trappy? Or looks trappy?
I said it looked trappy.
I don't think Covert is. I think he's assumed it's just some trees fallen down.
Okay.
Soil got wet or something.
Okay.
Okay, well, Covert just said that. Okay, someone said thrown, and I said, okay, trap.
I would like to look for traps, but in a unique way, I think.
Okay.
Because I'm imagining that I know a decent amount about nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be able to tell if these trees are from me, which you said they aren't, I believe.
Right.
And if it's more of a natural falling or if it was not natural. Stuff like more of a nature show me kind of thing.
Okay. So rather than you're trying to work out how these tree trunks got here?
Yeah, that's part of it. And then also, like, is the soil obviously disturbed as it wouldn't be? Stuff like that.
Okay. Give me a perception and a nature check.
Oh, crap.
So you can see the loose soil, you can see the trees, and you don't over this way. Nothing really. It seems to be this area here. Looking at it, all you can tell is that these trees aren't big enough to have toppled on their own. They've also got no axe marks on them. And it doesn't look like they have been uprooted from this section where they're lying.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything?
Not really.
Alright.
I don't know how to look for traps, so I'm not gonna like let the professional start. The professionals.
How would you imagine you look for traps?
Like, I don't know, maybe like when I imagine traps, I imagine like someone about to throw a rock down on our stuff. But I didn't see any when I jumped 5-10 squares ahead, so.
Alright, did you... Sorry, I missed what you said there.
I said, because he asked me how I would imagine to look for traps, and
right.
I said that I would, like, look for rocks, like, if someone was about to push rocks down on us or something.
Okay.
But I didn't see any when I jumped 5 squares ahead.
Right.
Not that I was touching. But...
Alright, So, on that note, I'm assuming everyone is pushing forward.
Yes.
Alright. So, you will get down to here.
Wait, hang on.
Oh,
Before
yep.
we do that, do you mind? Do you all mind if we? Never mind. I don't have the. Never mind.
You didn't have what you thought you had, or?
Yeah, I didn't have what I thought I had.
Oh, okay.
Thought I had a different spell. I do not have it.
Just go down to where.
Oh yeah, where was it?
Yeah, so you will get to the bottom down here, and you don't really see anything out of the ordinary. Nothing looking like it's gonna trigger or anything like that.
Well, we either
I will.
find a different road, or we go take the one that has the weird trees.
So if you all do continue on this one, I will change the map. But if you want to go back this way, it's completely up to you. Again, I'm not saying that because I want you to go the other way. It's just there if you want it. But I can move you over to the next map if that's where you're going to carry on.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's shift you over here. There we go. And let me grab that. Bring you all over here.
Huh.
You come in over this side. Yeah, there you go. Are we missing anybody? No. No. It didn't copy them all. I thought you left someone behind. Right. As you walk down, the path seems to kind of disappear after a little while. And it comes more of that enough people have walked it that you can kind of see this particular part is worn. That's how you know it's still the path. There's no kind of like gravel or stone or anything. It's just dirt, but it's been walked enough that there's not much grass growing on it, and you can kind of make out this looks like the direction people walk, but I wouldn't by any means call it a footpath.
Right.
Up ahead, you can see a bridge which is clearly broken.
Obviously.
What do you all want to do?
We could try wading the water, but we don't know how deep it is.
You want me to find out?
I mean, there could be, like, some kind of, like, flesh-eating fish or something in there. And
Flashy. Smooth.
I mean, there could be. Why don't we explore around a little bit and look for another way across?
Or I could just tie a rope to a tree on the other side. Or the lizard man could.
I may be able to jump as well.
I could get across.
I could throw you across.
Oh God.
Assuming
this could be
you
interesting.
Assuming you land on.
Perhaps I should get to the other side before we start throwing people. That
I
way
mean,
at least
okay.
I can attempt to catch them.
That too.
Could I try and jump across the river, please?
How tall are you? I could throw you first.
He's like my character.
Yeah, I'll be gentle.
6'5".
I'm 6'10".
And they weigh 300 pounds.
You're a little heavier than
if your score is above 10, you would make that jump just barely for your strength.
Oh, my strength? Oh, right, yeah, jumping strength. I keep forgetting that. I keep thinking it's dexterity.
Yeah, I have a strength of 11, so I jump across.
Alright.
Hey, you jump across.
I have 9, I do not jump across.
Give me a second. I don't figure it out. Give me a second. I gotta use my big brain.
Oh, you're looking for your strength, did you say?
I have 0. I have no
Still better
strength
than me.
at all. Huh?
It's still better than me. You probably have like about a 10 then or something like that. Because my bonus is -1, so.
My bonus is 11.
Oh, it's the other way around. 11's your strength, then the 0 would be your bonus.
Yeah, so you can jump across, no problem.
Okay.
So I'm the one that needs help. I was like, don't boy, I'll help you again.
Oh,
I'm the one that
then
needs
I'll
help.
throw you. Oh man, I can't throw you across.
I'm a robot. I'm sorry. I'm a heavy boy.
I'm thinking about it. Fuck it. I think I have an idea.
Okay, I can't throw you across, but maybe if we look around, find another way to get across.
I do have I do want to point one thing out.
Yes.
They don't need to breathe, and they don't have skin.
Yeah. So I could wade across if need be, but.
True, but like you're a robot. Don't you have like wires?
Nope.
I think it's more like clockworky kind of thing. Well.
And that's
I think
water.
Nope. Not clockworky.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I'm just making sure.
There's no electricity in me, obviously. There's no circuit boards or circuitry. There's nothing to short circuit. So yeah, if need be, I can go to the water, but Covert would rather not get wet. So, well, he can't feel himself get wet, but just on principle.
Yeah.
Hey, Slayer.
I'm just. I was.
If I turn into a giant wolf spider, could I carry my steel skin friend across the river?
Technically.
Yes, because
Strength of 12, and it's medium, but I have 8 legs.
yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I don't see why not.
I want to do that.
I jumped across.
Alright then.
Speaking of which, actually, I should have asked you all at the start. Does anybody have any particular phobias that they wouldn't want me putting as a creature into the game?
I don't.
I obviously don't really know that.
Well, I do have.
I have a whole phobia of Tarrasques. Hate Tarrasques. Can't stand Tarrasques. Will faint if I see one.
My phobias aren't like phobias.
Where am I looking? There we go. You should see that now, Nox. And then you should have, yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
You should have access to the sheet as well, right?
Yep, got
Nice. Right, perfect. Good.
So, come grab over there.
Yay!
We're all here.
Where did you go?
Fine. No question.
Why is he teleporting all over the map?
I'm a spider right now.
He's a spider.
This is me.
To me. I love it.
Alright, so you all got over in your own unique ways. I like it.
I mean, it's not like I didn't see this.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
So just for reference for you guys, the other group, one of them chucked the smaller character.
I was going to chuck. I was gonna
across.
chuck Tasselhoff across the map.
and they rolled on that one, so they ended up face down here. The druid, no, not the druid. The jester of the group got chased here by Templars and then snuck back over this log, back around.
It went exactly to plan. It went definitely went to plan.
It was a rather
Didn't
interesting crossing.
Die.
Yes, you did.
I was fine. I was absolutely fine. I wasn't half dead.
Oh.
We see we're smart. We're big brain.
Yeah, we're doing much better.
See, I was gonna carry. I was gonna throw Tasselhoff across, and I was gonna carry Covert across, throw them across. But then I realized they were heavier than I was.
All right. Now that you are all across, kind of in a little bit of a distance from you, you see a fire that looks like it's only just, not just finished burning, but it's dying down from just being tended to, if that's the right word I'm looking for here.
I don't think we should approach it. But I don't think we should approach it. I said that twice because I wanted to make sure everyone knew that I didn't want us to approach. Because I sent a trap.
Now, my question to that, see, that's where you need to do you as a player sense a trap, or does your character sense a trap? Because that's different. Like, you can know this doesn't seem right, this is what a DM would do to put a trap here, but would your orc know that? Would your orc suspect? Would your orc look at a fire and go, "That's got to be an ambush"?
You were very suspicious. That's all.
My orc would cautious.
Okay. So yeah.
She'd approach.
See, yeah, there you go. That's what I'm saying. So yes, you as a character would be a little cautious, but you would still approach. Whereas you as a player is like, nope. So just remember to keep those separate and always go for what your character would do. Kind of get into the mindset of what would my orc do? Would they be kind of inquisitive to look?
Tasselhoff would be a bit wary. So can I attempt something? Can I create a handheld megaphone kind of cone thing in my hand? Because I can create a small hand-sized thing for 6 seconds with prestidigitation.
Yeah, that works for me. Yeah.
And I just want to do as loud a bellowing roar into the clearing as I can.
Okay.
If there's just if there's any sudden rustling in the trees or anything.
I know, again, probably sounds a little silly to people, but this is what I'll do for volume. Roll me intimidation.
Yes, thank you. 20.
Alright. It's pretty booming. Nobody seems to... There's no movement of anything that you could... actually, make me... everyone that's being cautious, make me perception checks as Tasselhoff bellows this sound out.
Yeah.
Alright. No.
You're a spider. You don't need to be cautious.
Exactly.
And I'm riding a spider. I don't
let me put it this way. I'm a spider, and I always see spider webs everywhere.
That's a very fair point. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also pretty sure spiders can't make fires, but this is D&D and anything can happen.
What if they did what Kothar did, made the fire and then turned into a spider?
Just a bunch of druids.
Just a bunch of druids. And they're just a bunch of druids and games, and Slayer secretly knows that Nox sockets were planning on killing him last Sunday. This is his revenge. This is his revenge.
Alright, so as this...
Let me put it this way. We've been planning to do this plan for how many years?
Ever since before Sockets knew you, Nox?
Wait, what was it?
Don't try and deny it.
Good call, Sockets.
Wait,
Good word.
okay.
No, I legitimately didn't hear.
Okay,
What's
so
going
I rolled a 18.
I'm at 12. Alright, so as Tasselhoff, we got there in the end.
Taffletop.
Tassel Toffee.
Relation to Taffy?
Maybe.
No.
No movement in the trees. Nobody seems to be kind of like scared by the sound or suddenly kind of hearing it and kind of shifting about in their hiding spot. It seems like there's nobody here.
I'm still like, we, as in me and Siggy, are still a little nervous about this.
And as I saw in one of the memes, I saw a meme the other day, and it was like, the DM said, seems like there's not a trap here. And the other person's like, yeah, and? He said, seems like. And then you just see the face of, oh, shit.
I noticed that, like, Kothar and Covert, like, sneakily decided to hide the other path.
It's okay.
I'm in the middle of the path.
And Covert is in the other, in the Sunday group, and not Monday group.
Yes, I'm in the Monday group.
So she knows.
Oh, no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. I've changed
We
things.
didn't get this far. Either.
It is also very possible that there's 2 different items per map for everything.
But she knows, like, what you do.
No, this is different.
Yeah, this is completely different.
The last time she was here on Monday, there was guards
She
here.
knows how your brain works. She knows how your brain works.
I mean, that's going to happen whether she's in the Monday group or not.
Yeah.
Hey, crotchety old man. What did you play here? What do you want to do here?
Well, what I would like to do probably wouldn't be the smart thing to do.
I agree. So, what I would like to do is sneak around and, like, try to get, like, a different view on this fire. So that way we can see it, like, see if there's anything around.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, go up this path. Like,
Okay.
Covert.
Alright.
Are you with that? Crotchety old man.
Sure. Also, you know I have a name, right?
Yeah. But
Or should I start calling you Dumb Green Orc?
I'm not dumb.
Right, because you can't remember a gnome's name.
No, he didn't. Anyways, let's go sneak around and look at this fire.
Okay.
So are you...
the stream knows.
Yeah, go on.
I climbed up a tree. I'm pretty sure I'm still holding covert, unless that sure thing was for me to drop covert. I want to attempt to jump trees back and forth.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, okay.
I've never been a druid before, so this could be fun.
You know, I'm gonna stay on just to see if I can at this point.
Okay.
It's good. I'm gonna see how long I can hold on for with my one arm. Shall I roll strength?
We're gonna we're gonna tie her to the spider.
So when you say you're jumping from tree to tree, are you like webbing across, or are you just literally leaping?
Webbing, I have to roll a d6, I believe. Oh no, I don't even have web. I don't have when the jungle spider the ability to web.
Aha.
Oh yeah, because you're a wolf spider, isn't it?
Ah.
Yep.
So you're just leaping. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I guess give me a dexterity
But
check.
I can also walk on webs.
This is true. Yeah.
Just so you know. Alright. 7.
Oh God, that's a no. As you try to leap from this one, you kind of just end up exactly where you are, as you don't make the jump at all. And Covert, roll me a. I'm gonna say Dex save because you're trying to stay on. Balance wise. You manage to somehow stay on. As the spider drops down, as the spider drops down, missing the tree completely.
Perhaps we should stay on the floor.
I'd be smart.
Also, Siggy, you would just randomly see as you walk past the spider just plop on the ground behind you from the sky.
That's beautiful, guys.
Yeah. So, as Covert says, perhaps you stay on the ground, all she hears is chittering, because I can't speak as a human.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
great.
chitter back.
Just 2 thumbs up from me. Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
Tasselhoff, did you go with Siggy, or did you want to do something else?
I am honestly. I'm going to just walk out into the open.
Okay.
Gonna go right there.
And Siggy, you said you were being sneaky?
Yes.
Roll me a stealth then, please.
Yeah. What do I have on stealth?
Alright.
14.
Good to know. As you stand there, Hasselhoff, you can see that it's, like I say, it's a fresh fire, but it hasn't been tended for a little while, so it's starting to burn down. But now that you'll get close enough, behind the fire you can see blood on the floor.
Right. Can I'm gonna go up. Can I use a medicine check to see if the blood is old or new?
Mm-hmm.
6.
It's fairly fresh. It's fresh enough for you to touch, and it'll come up onto your hand.
It's definitely blood.
Right.
I will.
Go ahead, Tassel.
No. He literally just says right.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were going to say right and lead into something else.
No, I'm going to ready a fire bolt
Okay.
if in case something comes up and attacks me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Spider Kothar, what are you up to?
I am climbing back on webs, and this time I'm going to walk web to trees.
All right.
I can actually do that
Mm-hmm.
without having to roll.
Yep.
And
you don't suffer movement penalty either, I believe,
guess,
right?
Let me put it in chat. Oh, that might be useful too. I can't put it. There's that. That might be useful.
Oh, yes.
And there's that.
Okay.
So I don't get a movement penalty.
Right, that's what I thought. Right, perfect. Okay. Alright. So I'm just going to assume that you're moving across all of the trees with webs on it then. So, yeah.
Basically, you know that how you veer back and forth when you're trying to avoid a sniper? So you're supposed to?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing that, but so I hit like every single web and every single branch just because I'm a spider and I can.
Okay, yep. I will get back to you in a minute if you find something, because you may. Covert is back. You're riding on the spider. Alright, well, actually, we might as well carry on with that unless Hasselhoff has anything else he wants to do.
No, I'm waiting.
Alright. So as you go in and out of the webs, you don't... Some of these webs aren't as strong as they should be, indicating they're a little old. You don't really notice any kind of fresh new webs, so you'd gather from that there's not currently any spiders here.
Okay.
But other than that, it looks like from the way the webs are placed as well, it looks like there used to be quite a fair few spiders here. That much you would get from wandering around and looking at how the webs are placed and things like that.
Alright.
Alright, that is everything. Do you want to move off from here, or do you want to stay here for a bit, see if someone returns, or...
Well, I currently can be a spider for an hour, so keep that in mind. It's half my jewelry level.
Mm-hmm.
An hour, so... But... if it's possible, I'd like to just test all the webs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least up to there.
Right.
I don't really want to move my character that way unless you tell me I need to.
No, I'll just say that you go around. Again, you don't really find anything of much interest. No other spiders, nothing else on the web, so not even just spiders, nothing else seeming to be touching the web other than the trees, of course. But it seems to get thicker in corners, which you would assume would be where they were kind of living.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. We did some spider things.
Oh, spider thing.
Is there anything that Siggy wants to do from the trees?
Oh, that's bad. Okay. Did she see anything that Tasselhoff was doing?
From there, I would say if you were looking forward, then yes.
Okay. I want her to come out of the trees and inspect the blood.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a medicine check. What are you looking for in this blood? What are you checking for? What do you want to know?
Just checking it. I don't know. See if she can see anything that he didn't see, I guess. I think she will, because I have no medicine.
So,
nothing.
So, Tasselhoff was looking for whether it was fresh or dry. Like, are you looking for, like, what are you wanting to, what knowledge do you want to gain from it?
I have no idea. I didn't just expect it. Actually, I want to investigate the campsite.
Okay, yeah, that works.
So I'm gonna roll an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
What I get?
It's
12.
It's a fire that looks like it hasn't been tended for probably 10 or 15 minutes. So it's still fresh enough to be fairly burning, but it's starting to die down. There doesn't seem to be any footprints looking around the camp, and there's no evidence of pots or pans or anything they've left behind if somebody was here.
Giant boy.
Well, I don't know. Looks like maybe old spider webs. Yeah, I honestly just like.
I don't know, maybe a spider really did set this fire. It sounds like a really annoying laugh. I'm uncomfortable.
There's the laugh.
This Pepsi, my throat hurt. Also, it's almost 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna have to go again for like 5 seconds.
Okay.
Because I have to take my medicine.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna make me comfortable. It's gonna make me wanna
Do we want
die just a little bit. Nah, it's the only thing it makes it just makes soda hurt me.
Mm-hmm. So
Because it makes throat seize up when I drink soda.
Uh-huh.
I hate it. But if I don't take it, I might go blind. So, what are you two up in the trees doing? Beside having spider adventure. So it seems a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun than fire thing adventure we're having.
I just chitter back. Go on, Sockets.
Oh, I was just saying, well, it's quite fun.
Hear the just
is anyone, so I know you all kind of, I would say probably the answer to this but I will let you answer yourself, of course, but the answer to this probably for Tasselhoff is a yes. Is anyone particularly listening out for anything still?
I am kind of, because the fire is not that old, still a little cautious.
Okay.
Be right back.
Alright, no worries. If anyone else wants to take this opportunity to grab a break, I'm going to go and get a fresh drink as well. So if we take 5 minutes here.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go fill up my water.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What danger is Slayer trying to throw in our lap? Oh gosh. Ugh.
I am back. I return.
Welcome back.
Also, thank you again, Draken, for those for the shared file thing. I was looking through them earlier today. There's so much good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Alright, so it says I can pick if my equipment is stored on the ground, morphs into me, or is like viewable.
Or
I would love to see my equipment like on the spider, which is not a lot of equipment, but it's on my sides.
Wait, what was that? Sorry.
I get to pick my equipment if it like morphs into me, is dropped on the ground, or is attached.
Right.
And all my equipment is attached.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which is not a lot of equipment, but it's equipment.
Okay, right.
A lot of equipment for a spider.
It is.
Yep.
I don't know who would choose when they morph to drop their equipment on the ground. That doesn't make any sense to me.
that option's there for roleplay.
Oh, okay, right.
Because like you could be a DM that forces that.
Okay.
Yes.
Make sure that's ready. Okay. I think we're just waiting on Total to come back.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello. There we go. I think that's everyone.
Every time I take a sip of my soda, it hurts.
Damn.
Cause I just took my medicine.
Mm.
Now it, yeah. Hate it.
Right, so just before we all took the break, I was about to say, people were listening, so you will hear kind of like not a distressed, what's the word I'm thinking of? Agitated, agitated kind of grunt. It's quite distinctly loud, probably as loud as Tasselhoff's megaphone shout.
Crap. How does everybody else react?
I am just waiting for it to come into view. as I will throw firebolt.
What direction is it from?
It's coming from up here, but as you listen, it sounds like it's a fair distance away. It's not like just behind this tree line. It's quite a,
I want us to move over here, so that way, like, into you will have a fair amount of room, like, that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I want us to have a fair amount of room to, like, be able to see how many of it there is, and I want, like, have everybody, to be able to see everybody and know where everybody is at.
Right. Makes sense.
Okay. I am, if it's possible, lift covert all the way up as high as I can to give covert a view.
Okay.
See if they can see anything.
And you're on top of the tree, so give me a perception check. As you look, you hear another kind of annoyed grunt, and then you just see two halves of a sheep fly up and then back down.
That is probably not a good sign.
Wait, two what came out?
Two halves of a sheep. One sheep in two halves.
Were they bloody halves?
Well, I mean, they've been whipped. Like, it's two halves of a sheep. I suspect they wouldn't be pretty bloody.
Okay.
And I tell Spider, I believe something is eating or at least tearing up sheep in that direction.
Yeah, wait, I was gonna ask if you could, like, stamp out fire just in case smoke is what's bringing it over here.
Yeah, you can certainly stamp out the fire.
Alright.
Give me a survival just to see that you don't kind of end up burning yourself.
Right.
There's a river down there. If you get set on fire.
Yeah, that's fine. You stamp it out. It's on its way out now, especially if you've been here for, I would say, a fair amount of time. So yeah, you kind of stamp it out, and it's just the fucking hell, words elude me today. Jesus Christ, the embers. That's what I'm looking for. Still glow, but nothing that you could see unless you were very close to it.
All right. And would you guys rather fight this thing or hide until this path?
Here's my response. I'm gonna go over to the bushes here, and I'm gonna attempt to stealth.
Okay. Go ahead.
I agree with that.
23.
All right.
I'm gonna throw you a stealth check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I freaking got this. Because orcs do not come. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
This is why you should not start saying things like that, because it's like, oh, really? You're so glad that you got this to get a better roll, is it? Well, fuck you.
Well.
Alright, an 8 on stealth.
Killer.
What is COVID and... COVID. Jesus Christ. Covert.
Not only did I get COVID-19, I get killed by the sheep killer.
It's just a chupacabra.
Yeah, it could well be.
Alright.
Could be.
Alright. Go ahead.
It's gonna rip my throat out.
Kothar, go ahead.
Kothar's plan is to go here and then try to act like a spider.
Okay.
And hope that I don't turn into a non-spider before it comes.
I am going to let you roll a deception on that, and that will be your stealth score.
Okay. Well, good thing I keep my face one. It's not as bad as the spiders.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Ah, look at that. Decent.
You're a half-concealed spider. And Covert, what are you doing?
I will lift myself off as he goes down, so I'm still in the tree,
Uh-huh.
and I will try to make myself as hidden as possible up here.
Alright, stealth. Siggy, because of you stealthing, character token is important at this point. So if you're there, your stealth score will not matter. Because if something's coming in, they're going to see you're stood in the middle of nowhere. like with no cover.
Turtle.
Very
Is that
still.
screwed?
Maybe it can't see it.
So Turtle, if you're standing there, if even though you rolled stealth, you're not stealthing.
There you go. Yeah, you must for stealth in your token it also needs to be somewhere like either behind this. You could be here and say that you're using the rock to cover yourself, but just being in the open, you can stealth as much as you want, get as high a score as you want, but you're stood in the middle of.
Wait, what color is the rock?
It's like a very dull kind of grey, not a dark grey, but not kind of like a. I'm trying to think of the right words here again.
I'm gonna move over and like go up the rock a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're hidden by the rock and the tree there. All right. Are you guys moving forward stealthily like this, or are you waiting here for something to happen?
I'm gonna wait for a bit considering I'm up a tree and I need to jump down to go any further, so...
Alright.
Is there more spider webs to the north of me?
Yes.
Then I'll act as a scout.
Alright. In that case, everyone can be there, and I will move you so you can see what you can see. Like so, I think. Oh, he's not here. Oh yeah, there he is. He's supposed to be there. Alright, that is what you see, Kothar. Everyone else will still see the other map currently as they're still on that side.
Okay.
So what you see here is what appears to be a hill giant, and you see him kind of pick up a sheep, look really confused, rip it open, look at both halves, and then again just go, "Ah, where is it?" and just toss the two halves behind him.
The hell is this for?
Okay. I would like to then skitter back to the group.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Give me a minute. Drag you back over. There we go.
Perception +3. Okay, I don't see anyone. They're all hidden to me.
Well then.
You rolled less than me.
So I just kind of spider shrug and then
Spider shrug.
walk over there, I guess, and just start to slowly make way around, try to see someone, which probably won't happen for a long time.
Alright. I would say
The chitters of Kothar trying to find us.
Confused chitters.
Now, I'm still stealthing, technically,
Oh
so
yeah,
it wouldn't be making much noise.
do we see him?
he's trying to pretend to be a spider, so I'm not saying, like, as far as I got from you, Nox, you're not trying to be hidden, you're trying to hide as a spider, not a person.
Yeah.
Right. So you guys would see him, yes, because he's not hiding, but to somebody that doesn't know he's a druid, he's a spider. That's what he was trying to go for.
Yeah.
Oops, hang on.
To a giant
Headphones
who probably
decided to
doesn't
destroy
wanna get
themselves.
bit.
Give me 2 seconds. I cannot hear anybody. Did you take over the world yet?
Yes, we already
Damn.
won.
Yeah.
The 2
We won
seconds my
D&D.
headphone was off.
Yep, it's amazing what you can do in 2 seconds.
Yeah, Tiamat is just laying on the ground over there.
Yep, we did it. We're level 20, we ascend to godlike status.
Alright. As this continues and nobody doing anything, you'll hear another grunt again. Let me just count something. 1, 2, okay. Another
I rolled
cry-off.
the lowest stealth check ever. I'm not about to go out there and die.
But also, your characters does not know how well they roll.
This is true.
Kind of chilling at the edge of the trees, hoping he doesn't see me.
I am blending in with rock.
Mm-hmm.
That too. Literally. He's just chilling on the rock, blending.
So about 3 minutes passes, and whatever's out there that you guys aren't 100% sure what's out there yet, doesn't seem to be heading this way. There's been no movement of the grunts of annoyance.
Where is it though?
Up ahead.
Like,
you can hear it coming from up above you.
okay.
Let me ping that. Hang on, sorry.
Well, seeing it's not getting closer, I'll call down to Cobra.
Carry on, cover.
I'll call down to Cobra, seeing as he's not coming any closer, so it's not going to hear us.
Mm-hmm.
And ask him what he saw, although I don't know how well he could answer.
Just try to chitter at him. Try to chitter at him.
So I'm like over here by now, I imagine. So my paw or my arm gets really big, like really tall, really wide, 2 arms, and then makes a motion of a tear. That's as best I can think to describe it.
What is happening?
Charades.
I believe he is trying to say something is tearing up the sheep.
Oh, okay. I see.
And then I do the thing where I have my hand above my eyes and look around as if it's looking.
Oh, looking for something.
Mm.
Okay, we understand sign language in this house.
Spider sign language of all things.
Spider sign language. Alright. Can he see us? Or does he just, is he just hoping that we're looking?
I think I see Covert, because Covert called to me.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're just kind of, I'm just kind of, looking out because I'm at the edge of the tree, I know it's him because no other spider has arms, but...
No other spiders playing charade with their... Oh, no.
Is he playing charade? What? Oh, tearing apart. Alright, I get it. We used to play this in elementary school. Okay, I get it. Where's the chalkboard? Let's get this. So if we were being really stealthy, which I'm not, obviously. I mean, Kozar can just zoom across the map.
Well, Slayer's already said there's no enemies here.
Mm-hmm.
They're up above us, so...
I know, but I can move, around, this part of the map, but I can't move up.
You can move up into the open, but then you would have to go back behind some cover. You couldn't just stand in the open, because then your stealth would be irrelevant. You could go from, say, there to there, and you'd be hidden again, or you can go and move and then get behind the tree, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll climb down.
So,
okay.
If I was trying to get Kothar's attention, or if I was trying to move over to Covert, I would be okay.
Mm-hmm. It's just the fact of staying in the open. If you're going in and out, if you're going across this open area here to another closed off area or hidden area, your stealth will hold. It's if you were to go here, stop, speak to, say, Covert, you're not stealthed anymore because you're stood in the middle of the open talking to someone up a tree.
Only reason, I'm able to stay on top of the rock...
3?
Huh?
Is because you have 20 yourself.
No, because I have a racial that makes it so stone and rocky terrain. I have stone camouflage.
Mm-hmm. He can camouflage with the wall. He can just like stand against the wall and go, "I am no longer here. I am the wall."
If it's made out of the right kind of material, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Covert, you were climbing down.
Yeah, I am climbing down. Oh, do I need to make a check? Cause
Hard
to climb.
You're one-handed.
It's not hard to climb with one arm.
So I guess I don't really feel right making you make a check, but the spider got you up there, so yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, the spider got me up there, so I don't exactly know how I climbed up. I can't just follow the same path down, so...
Yeah, go ahead and make a athletics check. Unless you're particularly somersaulting down the tree.
Well, somersaulting's one way of putting what I do to get down the tree from that roll.
Make me a dexterity saving throw. And also now just a flat strength check, please.
Okay.
Alright. So you slip as you start climbing down, but you manage to kind of make sure that you fall towards the branch, and then as you do, you kind of grab the branch, and then you climb the rest of the way down.
Yeah, it works. And I'll make my way, not stealthing, but just not making too much noise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, over to Cobalt.
Okay.
I want to move like up, not up towards like all the way up, but like up like this way.
Go ahead and put yourself where you want to be.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. When I was up map north, did I notice like a nice stealthy way around that I could just avoid said big giant man-tailed sheep?
The only cover you saw was the barn behind him. It's an open field otherwise.
Okay.
There's no way I'm getting through there.
Well, I'm going to slowly, once again, make a way towards that area.
Okay.
Because waiting here is doing nothing.
And I'll follow him, so...
Alright.
Yeah, I will stealthily make my way north.
Okay. I will say for anyone that wants to remain stealth, I will put you on the very edge, and you will be in the tree line on the edge of this field. But if you want to make any...
the other way?
Huh?
What was the other way that wasn't field?
The other way?
There is a barn behind him, but I don't have any way to tell you guys that. Besides that, it's an open field, so...
Okay.
So like I say, anybody that's staying stealthy will be on the tree line, but for any interaction with anything in that field, you would have to come out of the tree line. So either you could bide your time until he had his back to you and your stealth would hold, or obviously if you come out of the tree line when he's facing you, then he's going to see you.
You know what? Where am I?
Give me a minute. Let me bring you all over.
What are you... No.
Give me a second, sorry. So you are right on the edge there.
I am going to walk up.
Oh my...
Hello!
Alright, give me 2 seconds. Is he even interested? He just kind of looks up at you and goes, trying to find something. And he just
Do you
grabs,
need any help?
grabs another sheep, and you see him kind of just rip it straight in half.
Oh, you're a strong one. And quite a dashing fella, too.
No, it's one way to get him.
Again, he kind of registers that you're there, but he seems really intent on finding whatever this is. As he starts making his way up to the other sheep. He now does have his back to everybody that is in the tree line currently.
I'm going to just move up here.
I wanna creep out, but I don't wanna be like anywhere near him, like close.
Okay.
Skitter.
Is there anything?
Skitter.
Is there anything in the actual field to hide behind?
No.
Nothing but dead
Sheep. And they're torn in half.
I'm gonna pull a Luke Skywalker.
I can hide behind dead sheep and a spider. Assuming that spider will let me hide behind him.
Okay.
The spider's the same size as you, so no. Not really.
Listen.
So,
let me become one with the spider, alright?
I'm gonna go back to the...
It doesn't seem like he's interested in us, really. He just like really doesn't get up. He's just like, nah.
Okay, doesn't mean I can't roleplay. I can't still try to roleplay.
No, I mean, yeah, you can certainly try and get his attention. He wasn't completely ignoring you. He gave you a response. He's acknowledged you're there. He's just, you haven't given him anything interesting other than finding what he wants to find yet.
Do you need any help? I am much smaller. I might be able to see some things that you can't.
You want help, Krug? Whip that sheep. And he points to the sheep in front of you.
I cast Firebolt.
Okay.
Nine to hit.
I don't have sheep stats up. Give me a minute. I didn't expect anyone to attack the sheep. Give me 2 seconds.
He's gonna burn this sheep crisp, and also I can't find my little, not myself, because I don't exist.
Sheep. Here we go.
Here I am, because I'm all the way down.
Oh my god, that actually misses. That misses.
I'm gonna hide behind this sheep right here.
He catches the side of the fireball as it just misses the sheep. No! Don't burn! You'll burn the thing inside! Rip apart!
I have a... Wait, hey, I have a dagger, I can cut it open. I don't know if it'll work, but... I don't know what I have to roll to do that. He might get mad at me if I don't do it right.
So I should have been pointing that way, but he's now pointing back this way, sorry.
I'm not strong enough to rip it apart.
Huh. Check barn then.
Okay, would you like some alcohol?
Dude, it's Odysseus all over again.
And he just looks and goes, "What we celebrating?"
Life. Meeting new friend. Big one and small one.
After Krug find this, he will celebrate.
Okay, and I will go hobble off towards the barn.
Alright.
What am I looking for?
Small, speedy thing.
Small speedy thing.
How you doing?
Is it a rabbit?
I don't think so.
Small speedy thing.
I will come back to you, Taslov. I'm going to double check what everyone else is doing while that was going on. Covert, let's start with Covert and go over to Siggy after 2 seconds. I'll get round to you all, don't worry.
From up here in the trees, do I see anything matching that description? Small and speedy?
No. The only thing you see are sheep, stone, and a barn.
Alright, I'll stay here for the time being.
Alright, Siggy.
I was just watching all this go down, like, wow.
Alright. You're observing there for now. Kothar, Spider, what are you up to?
I want to kind of kite him.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looks like I've been able to so far. Just get it on the backside of this barn.
Okay.
And then by then, I imagine my spider form's almost done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. On that note, we will carry on. So, Tasselhoff, do you go into the barn?
Yes.
All right. As you enter the barn, it seems like it's a storage barn. It's still being used. There's a lot of kind of sacks of corn and things like that.
Okay. I'm going to yell out the door.
Mhm.
Hey, Krog! I think I found it!
Oh, okay. Oh, it didn't do it. Can you work, please, roll 20? There you go. He immediately drops this sheep here that he was going to rip in half, and you just hear him pounding towards the barn.
So, I think it's over there in the back.
As soon as you say you think it's over there, he just starts smacking the barn.
He's abusing.
I'm gonna step out of his way.
He sees you walking off, and he just turns and goes, "Wait, you got him.
I do?
You hold him?"
No.
Huh. So,
Like I said, I think it's in the back.
he's just going to keep smashing his club into the barn, and you start seeing some of the wall kind of...
Well, hey, it might be better if you go in rather than bring down the whole building.
Smash all, then it's got nowhere to go.
Fair enough. While it's not running, or while he's not looking at me, I want to, like, somewhere over in this direction.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is somewhat tall grass, right?
I wouldn't say tall enough for you to hide in if that's what you were trying to do.
No.
Okay.
That's all. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and have it look like something's going through the grass.
Okay.
And go, hey, look, there it is over there! It's running away!
Alright.
He's never been so convinced in his life.
He just starts shambling across to the grass.
This man.
I have no idea what it's chasing. But...
As it gets to where it thinks the grass is, it will just slam its club down onto the ground.
Oh, I think you got it!
I don't see it. He kind of looks at his club to see if it's squished on there.
As it's going to raise up the club, I want to quickly cast Minor Illusion and have it like be a little bloody squilch on the club.
All right. Let me
see. I think you got it.
Huh. Good. And he just kind of sits back down.
So
stupid little thing.
I'm gonna walk up. Drink, friend.
Celebrate, yes.
Yeah. So I am gonna take a swig of my wine and give him the rest of the bottle, which is he can have the rest of the bottle.
Wait, there's more of you. It's kind of only now that he's noticed you, Siggy, standing in the middle. No matter. 2 friends who help Krug squish thing.
Yeah, she my friend.
That's right. Yes, it's a friend.
Two friends.
I fake a sip of the drink, but don't actually sip it. Kind of like fake sip it. I'll hand this back to
Oh, I just took a swig and gave him the whole bottle. So
yeah.
So besides for chasing the small fast thing, what else are you doing out here, Kronk?
Well, had fight with wife, she go mad, and attack Krog, and he had to defend himself, and Krog killed him. Killed wife by accident while defending. And then, as she...
I'm gonna, like, pat your leg, just like... Go ahead.
And then the little thing jumped out, and Krog sure that's what made her crazy.
Well, then you can think about it this way, Kronk. It's... You didn't kill your wife, it was the thing that came out of her.
Yeah, definitely. These things just happen, Krong. I'm sure it wasn't your fault.
Well, what if there is more of those creatures? And he just kind of starts to get up again and head towards the sheep.
There might be, but at the same time, there might not be. You never know, really, until you come across it again. Might as well live the rest of your life happy instead of going and searching for them.
Exactly what Tasselhoff said.
Your wife your late wife might be gone. It's going to be sad. But there are other giants out there. Many other fish. And besides, what kind of giant couldn't resist a man such as yourself?
Did you say plenty of other fish in the sea to him?
No.
Okay.
Technically yes, but no. I said there are many other beautiful other giants in the world.
Okay. You and your friend, just so that everybody is also aware, Covert, he does not see you, and Kothar, he does not see you either.
Oh, this is my sister.
Yes.
Our parents are really weird.
We're adopted.
What are these words? Wait. You small, she big. You are no family.
Well, adopted. Our parents adopted us.
Roll deception for me, please.
Can I roll advantage?
You can.
Okay. So, 27.
I will try and roll against this, but I doubt it's gonna work.
Do you want me to roll one too, or is it just him?
No, you were helping me.
Yeah, so it would have been what you did was give Tasselhoff advantage, so he got 2 rolls, so 2 chances to have a good roll, and we take the highest of those 2 rolls.
So I don't roll?
No.
Okay, good.
You not family, but yes, family.
We are not blood relatives, but we do treat each other like family.
That's right. I put an arm around his shoulder as best I can and smile as brightly as I can.
We look out for one another, so we may not be blood relatives, but we are still family.
That's right.
Just a minute, I'm going to switch over to Kothar and see what he's up to while that was going on.
I thought he was in a phone call.
Back, I believe.
He came back.
Oh, okay.
5 seconds later.
Yeah, it was a short phone call.
Okay.
Basically, Kothar was trying to figure out what this thing was chasing, and then was going to imitate that thing, turn to a beast, and then run away, so that everyone else pass.
Mm-hmm.
But they fare a different way.
Alright. Are you staying hidden there, or are you coming out?
I'm going to hide.
Alright.
I'm going to stay hidden.
Okay. Covert.
Do the trees go all around, like, specifically to the barn? So if I go from one tree to the other
no.
without having...
Unfortunately not,
Okay.
no.
But is he particularly distracted talking to them?
I would say enough for you to sneak this way behind him. I would still take a stealth check, but it's going to have to be pretty piss poor to not get past him.
Have to be worse, like way worse than mine to not get past.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me the stealth.
I rolled it, it's just taking a about it.
Alright. That beats his passive perception anyway, which I wasn't going to say it was because he's distracted, so yeah, you're fine. Alright. As he looks down at you two and goes, You helped Krug find this one. You go back to where I found, well, where it escaped and check for others.
Me?
Yeah, you and your not sister.
I mean, we could.
Then,
Yeah.
because you find them better than Krug. Krug thought they'd gone in cheap, because they've done that before.
Yes, we have.
Sure, Krug, we can help.
And he kind of raises the bottle again. To friends who help Krug.
Two friends.
Alright, he will kind of point and say, see, my big boot prints, you follow them, you get to where wife is passed, where first saw a creature, it came out of a sheep before, and then it must have got into my wife, because she goes crazy.
Okay, can I, with what he's describing,
Mm-hmm.
can I make a nature check to try to identify what he's talking about?
Yes.
14.
It's not something you've heard of before. It sounds like, from his description, it sounds like it changes from thing to thing. From his description, it went from a sheep, and he didn't see it go to his wife, but he assumes that since after his wife died, it ran out. So it seems like once it's killed its victim, it tries to find another one. Which, I mean, is appropriate for any prey, but...
Okay.
It doesn't appear that it kills its victim instantly, since his wife went crazy, according to him, attacked him, and he killed her, unfortunately, in self-defense, and that's when the creature left.
When he gets up,
Mm-hmm.
can I just look over him and see if there's any, bulbous or pulsating masses?
Yes.
I mean, he's not.
Give me a medicine check for that one.
9.
It looks like he's a pretty healthy hill giant. Nothing, no. There's scratches and marks that look like it's from his fight with his wife, but nothing that
All hill giant. So
nothing like puncture wounds where you'd think, well, that doesn't quite look that, or bite marks or anything like that.
Well, hey, Krog.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if my sister looks you over before we go?
What do you mean?
Well,
you said that these things there could be more of them.
Uh-huh.
to make sure
It's
that
not
it-
new. It's not. Yeah, make sure.
we want to make sure our new friend is safe.
He just kind of
if it attacks,
roughly shoves the club at you and goes, "No, look, it's dead."
That's right, but maybe there'll be more.
Like you said, there might be another one. We just want to be sure. We don't want anything to happen to Krong.
Don't worry, just a quick check. I won't touch you. Just look you over. And then you can be on your merry way. I'm sure there's nothing on you.
Use your eyes. No knife.
Yes, use my eyes. No knife.
No knife.
See? No weapon.
He will just agree then on that note.
Alright, I'll do a medicine.
Mm-hmm. He has definitely only got giant wounds. Other giant
That was the
wounds.
best check I've ever done today, except for that 124% check. When I saw sound, and it scarred me for life. Well, Krog, I can definitely say you are in amazing health.
Apart from scratches from fight.
Of course. But scratches are a part of life, and we all have.
You say other one could be here. And he starts marching over to the sheep.
No. There are no more here.
You know what?
Great.
You know what? Just let him.
Yeah. Well, Krog, we must be off. We have to hunt more of those things. Have a wonderful life, and may, you have, a wonderful life. Goodbye!
Which way do you leave?
North. Oh, wait, does Kothar want to check thing? The barn thing?
No, because I do not know that's enough information for me to be able to piece together what is inside a character.
Okay.
That's fair.
I have
So,
an
I
idea
guess-
outside a character, but that's it.
Okay, so can we can just go north, because I mean, I love me, I love Krog, he reminds me of Jump, he's so stupid, but let's go.
As you go up there, he goes, "Hey, what you doing?
We gotta go hunt those things
This way!"
this way. Oh, sorry, I just
Sorry, what? She's directionally challenged.
yeah, that directionally challenge. I can't see. I need glass.
He just starts rummaging in like a little bag that he has strapped to his belt, and he pulls out a compass and goes, "Someone gave this to Krog and said stops getting lost. Krog don't know how to use it. You take it."
Thank you. Oh. How was I supposed to know where the freaking boot prints led?
I mean,
wasn't paying attention.
they're 2 foot long. They're pretty fucking big.
You didn't tell me where they were. I wasn't paying attention. I'm half asleep. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I just took my medicine. I had to take 2 pills.
I guess we go and help him.
Alright.
You could. So what you could do if you all wanted to, and don't. Obviously, that would be a party decision. You can go this way and then double back up north if you didn't want to follow the prince all the way back. That's entirely up to you.
Well, since he moves faster than us, I was pretty much just gonna say, like, as soon as he loses eyesight or vision of us, we should just like duck down and go a different way.
Okay.
That would be smart.
Is that the entire party's decision?
Is that what you guys want to do? Y'all could just chill here until we get back. Considering he doesn't know y'all exist.
Yeah, I imagine I would follow, like, in eyesight of you guys, but not in eyesight of the hill giant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, same thing here, so...
try to meet up that way.
So you're essentially gonna go that way as if you're going to where he wanted you to, and then kind of double back around when he can't see you anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm out, like, roll a stealth and like just slip away.
All right.
Well,
You try and kind of stealth by using a bit of the grass and the sheep, and he just looks and goes, Krog, see you. You're not very good at this. His passive is 12, just by the way.
I'm just following some other tracks of the little facts things.
Huh. Krog thought you were playing hide and seek. Because if you were, you're no good.
Oh, if I wanted to play hide and seek, you would never find me.
Krog, accept this challenge. Go.
Okay. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna just start running north.
And Krog's gonna chase you. And...
I'm gonna go find a big rock.
All right.
Gosh.
What you realize after like a couple of minutes, he's trying to get to 10, and you know it's going to take him a good long while to actually get there.
I know. Well,
So,
I move at 25 feet. That's my movement speed. So
what is he's? Oh, he's 40. Jesus.
Yeah. That's like I'm hobbling as fast as I can away from him.
Sure. You can. I don't have a map for up there with a stone particularly on it, but yeah, I'm gonna say
it's fine. I'm used to theater of the mind.
Give me a stealth check, as you would find a appropriate stone that you could kind of.
Yeah, advantage. 10.
Hey Slayer.
Hello.
Can I help out in a weird way?
If you so choose to, yeah, of course you can.
Can I get within 120 feet of them without? Or I need to get within 120 feet of him. I'm going to cast Fog Cloud, and then run, and hopefully he gets confused which direction he's supposed to go.
Okay. Where are you casting the fog cloud?
I think he's casting it
on the troll.
On me, him, myself. Oh, okay. Let us see.
That would be very helpful.
An 11. Yeah. He starts heading this way. For anyone that went that way, the ground is starting to shake, and it sounds like the giant's heading your direction.
Where did I go?
Which way
I'm
did
under
you
the
go?
giant. Yo, he stepped on me.
North.
Go on, sorry.
Which way did he go?
He started to follow the northeast direction, but as he just gets there, he's just like, "No, wrong way, back this way." And now he seems to be heading down south. As he gets here, he says he sees the sheep and goes, "Ah, thing might be inside," and he stops to rip the sheep apart.
How have the sheep not fled by this point?
But looking at the time, it is 4 a.m. for two of us, so I think this would be a good stopping point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Playing hide and seek with a hill giant.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Tasselhoff have managed to make a hill giant think a 200-year-old and an 18-year-old are sister and brother. Stopped it at that.
I hope you all enjoyed. I am open for constructive criticism and all questions, suggestions, anything like that.
It was amazing.
I enjoyed it.
Good.
I enjoyed it.
Can I give one little tip?
Yeah.
For the most part, you don't really need to have us move along maps unless it's like combat or situational.
Mm-hmm.
Theater of the mind is a very useful tool to any D&D game.
I'm glad you said that, because I like to make sure you've got a lot of visuals, and maybe I do that too much, and that would actually help me if I didn't need to.
Having a visual is still good,
mm-hmm.
like for the town, for the town.
Right. moving your
instead
token
of having a token to move around, just leave it there and just describe where we are instead of like having us move through it.
Okay. I mean, it's definitely optional. You don't ever feel like anybody has to move their tokens. It is. I mean, in this particular situation with the giant, token movement was needed, but like you say with the town and going over to the post office, it wasn't needed because I was just describing things anyway, so it was just a placement.
The ogre was a situational need,
right,
for us to move things around.
Exactly. But at the same time, if you want to move your token around in town, then you can feel free to do so. If you want to kind of move it across the bridge and go to the post office, you can. But yeah. I definitely see where you're coming from, Draken, and if you don't want to, then that is absolutely fine, because it was all, like you say, I was describing things, so there was no visual difference.
Well, it also just saves time, being not having to worry about like where people are exactly.
But yeah, I'm glad that everyone enjoyed, and like I said, I'm always open to suggestions like that, and also if you, the more experienced players, if you have any homebrew things you want to bring in, feel free to run them by me and ask. I'll more than likely say yes.
So the only other thing I could think of that I was questioning during this session was like it didn't really make any of a difference, but when he was like pretending to be a spider as his stealth, what would it have been? Deception, or would it have been performance?
It could have been performance actually. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference because they both use the same stat.
Right. Yeah, I kind of auto went to deception just for the fact that he was trying to deceive whoever was going to be looking at him. But yeah, performance would have worked as well.
Yeah.
I will.
Also, was the giant the deadly encounter?
No. We did not.
No.
We did not push.
We went the other road.
The deadly encounter is was not the other road either. It was it was just past here, but unfortunately we ran out of time, so you did not reach it this time. But that's fine because there was a lot of role play in between, which I was happy to see, so that's absolutely fine. But yeah, we didn't push as far as I thought I thought we would, sorry. But like I say, that's not an issue at all because we had some excellent roleplay and we took time to investigate things and everything else, so that's fine. But the troll is connected to the deadly encounter. You took the troll at a different way. There was many ways that troll could have gone. If you ran out of sheep, he was going to start destroying the barn before you even... So if you'd have stayed in the tree line and watched him, he was going to start just smashing up the barn anyway once you ran out of sheep in pure frustration. I don't think any of you have charm right now.
I think I have some.
You could have tried charming him, and he'd have told you what he told you anyway.
The only issue with any kind of
charisma,
like the only issue with a charm spell is it's a humanoid, and he is a giant.
That is true. That is very true. Yes.
The other issue is almost every charm spell is it then becomes violent to you.
Yeah, that too.
Right. Of course, yeah, after the time runs out, yeah, it knows that you charmed it and it becomes hostile towards you.
Yeah, hostile, not violent.
Huh?
Hostile, not violent,
right.
So it can be just like verbal assault as opposed to fisticuffs.
Yeah. It can get aggressive and know that it knows you charmed it basically, so it's probably going to question you, and if you give the wrong answer, then it might end up with a club to the face.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, hey, I can't believe you charmed me. And you can be like, oh, I'm sorry. Or you can be like, yeah, so what? What you gonna do about it?
Club to the face.
And it can be
I'm intrigued to see what his club would have done because he hit with a 23. I was also concerned that you were going to attack it because I hadn't tweaked him for your level, and I don't think you could have taken him on at his stat level right now.
No.
I'm not a barbarian. I can't attack.
No.
I'm not going to attack it.
That would have been his hit, so that when I swung at the grass, if it would have been one of you, he was dealing 20 damage to you.
That would have killed me.
I can only take 19. I could only take 19. I would have died.
So I was hoping that I assumed, because I knew the party, I know 2 players in it quite well as well, and I saw you play on Saturday, Draken. So I had a suspicion that you wouldn't go the violent route. So that's why I didn't tweak him. But I may have needed a minute if you chose to fight him to just tweak him a little bit.
Well, this whole archetype is all about deception and illusion and enchantment. So of course I wasn't going to go and attack.
Mm-hmm.
He's more about illusion than I am.
Right.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Which also, that reminds me, Tortle. During the next week, I'm going to go through with you and explain everything.
Just be aware not to throw. I mean, I don't want to tell you what to do. It's, but just to be aware not to throw too much all in one go. So the Tortle's just like, shit. What do I do with this now? Is it that I got to remember?
No, I'm mostly gonna help her explain to her how magic works and how her class works.
Okay.
And like how some of the things in Roll20 work. I might run her through a mock dungeon or something.
Okay.
I heard Slayer make that trap laugh when we got to that campfire, and I was like,
I bet Kothar could have taken it.
Yeah, with him being in spider form too.
Kothar could have. That's why I was like, "Tweet something."
I don't like.
Okay, so it's almost 5 a.m.
Okay.
2 people here need to sleep.
Hang on. What were you saying, Nox? Sorry.
Unlike Fine if I don't have to, but you will eventually learn the different idiosyncrasies of Slayer's laughs, and when to be more uptight than others.
Yep. That laugh was definitely this is no trap at all, but you carry on thinking it's a trap.
Listen, I've read a lot about I was supposed to be reading D&D because I wanted to post them, and then it was like it's in between driving the DM crazy or the DM destroying everything, because the DM will be like, you won't think it's a trap, but it's really a trap. So I was sitting there like, why is he laughing like that? Why is he laughing like that? Let's be stealthy. Let's stealth this bitch. And then I got an 8, so I was like,
You also realize Slayer laughs for no reason a lot of times too.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't. Listen, I've only talked to him like 3 times.
Yep.
Talked to this man 3 times.
Yep.
3.
But yeah, I'm glad that the overall was that you enjoyed it.
I did. I'm so tired, but if you think I'm going to sleep, you are wrong. I'm gonna go watch.
Yeah.
Thing.
Wake all night. So I'm just gonna quickly end stream.
Forgot you were streaming.
Huh? Cool. What?
I forgot you were streaming.
Oh, that's all good. I mean, my stream is on a mature setting anyway, so swearing and whatnot, I swear enough on my streams myself, so there was nothing really that any of you would have said.
No, it's just I forgot.
I said fuck.
So that literally means that today I have, besides for an hour of being awake, I've been on stream. Because I did an 8-hour stream before this.
Yeah, because he woke up, he ate an omelet, then for 8 hours, which for like 4 hours of that was with me, he streamed Dead by Daylight.
Mm.
And then like 4 of the